are live. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good Sunday. Happy Sunday to everybody. I'm so sick and tired of Windows. This thing froze up on me. It's like, why is it not working? My board's not working over here. What's going on, bruh? Let me see. We gotta turn up my snare, turn my headphones up. So we got a fun talk today. This new Haute42 pads out. Hold on, please hold. Turn off my alarm. Go live. Mavericade's got sales going on right now, so I'm gonna drop one of those in here. I think I have another controller to talk about too, so we'll see. Let me pull up my stuff here. I can't see anything. The Tekken Grand Finals in is this, I forgot where. It's not Cayman Islands. It's I can't think of the word, so I'm thinking too fast. See, so I can see the chat. Boom, good. Now I can see. Shout out to Bommy the Nuke too. That's a cool name. Bommy the Nuke. I like that. Happy Sunday. I was happy Tuesday. Happy Sunday, Bommy. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Oh, don't move the camera. Put this. Got it. Move that way. Fix my desk. There we go. Get dressed. Get dressed here. Perfect. The Junior 565. Happy Sunday to Junior. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Squadra course of GTR. Happy Sunday, Squadra. I think we're gonna play some Street Fighter today. I want to play Sea Viper so bad. I'm on the fence to just. I keep telling myself I'm gonna order the pass. I want to play Sagat and Sea Viper because Viper, I don't know, looks kind of different. It looks kind of cool. Because I'm not really. I play Street Fighter, but I'm not like the best at it. But I enjoy it, right? But she looks really cool. So if we play I should spin a lobby up and talk to you guys about that. That'd be really fun. Okay, so let me slide this way. Perfect. So let me grab my link here. Where's my link? Because I clicked off Tekken by accident. So first thing we definitely got to talk about. Before I forget, let me drop this in here. Copy link. Windows. Stop doing window things. Fired up Tekken by accident. Turn this off. I'll spin it this way. There we go. So if you guys like Maverickade and you like MX switches, they have their he has the Key Brawler 04 MX on sale. And there is, I gotta find the notes because there is something that's missing. I think the lights, there's a disclosure that he put. Does it show in your B stock? Misplaced LEDs for each of the thumb buttons. The LED footprint, So anyway, if you come down here, right, these are restocks. And again, he clearly tells you, look, the LEDs for the thumb buttons are misplaced. So if you don't care about the lights and things like that, but you want an MX pad in this style, here's an option, and they're on sale right now for $140 instead of $170. So something to think about if you're into it. Shout out to Maverickade and the team. They're doing a great job. Let me turn this off. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Tekken. Yes, I want to quit. Thank you. Okay, boom. My bad. Click the wrong link. Sin, happy Sunday, Sin. Let's shout out to Maverickade. See here, where is here is the main one here, and I'll drop this. I gotta drop this link in the chat. Whoops. Let's come over here, and I'll drop a link so that way if you guys like, so if you're looking for this and you like MX switches, they're on sales. Make sure you read the disclosure on what is what's different. There's paste. There it is. Paste. Boom, there you go. So there's the Maverickade link. And then here is the link to what we really got to talk about. Paste. Okay. So now we also got to talk about the new Haute42. This is the M Ultra Gen 2. And just so we all are aware, and we set the standard. What is it? We set the I can't think of the word. The point is, I called it. I called it first. Not so much I knew. Let me grab something off the shelf. This is what I'm talking. Okay. So, from what I can tell, again, it just came out, so I don't have it in stock yet. All right, so let's move some things out the way. Got too much stuff in the way. Read the chat here in 2 seconds. Give me a second. Put this here. Move my keyboard. And I forgot I had this pad. Tell me it's not like Armor King. Tell me that this design I made last year does not look like a Boss Armor King, baby. Okay. Stains off. It's a lot of stuff on the desk. Okay. We're going to talk about it. These two had a baby. We're going to talk about it. They got real nasty and had a baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. I swear every time I do a minor update to a controller, it ends up being a mini project. Shout out to Sin. Sin, can I share you sent me pictures of your new project. Can I share your ASI project? Let me know. And I'll pull the picture with the new buttons and stuff. I'll show that one if it's cool with you. Crafty, shout out to Crafty. Happy Sunday, Crafty. He said, morning, been a little under the weather. You know what, Crafty, I've been feeling too. I think it's just the weather change. I know you're in California. California's beautiful weather. There's lots of bums everywhere. There's beautiful weather. Every time I go to California, I'm like, why are so many bums around here? But I love the weather. But yeah, man. So I guess you guys are catching over there too, under weather. But last week my brother got married. Oh, shout out to your brother. Where's the cheers? I got new sound effects too. Shout out to Crafty and the family getting married. It's Richmond, all the girls.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Congratulations. And he and I and all of his friends got together and we had a big lamp. Oh my god. He said, yo, let's get married. We're going to the strip club? Nah, we're going to chill here. We're going to have some fun and play it safe. We are not trying to get arrested on wedding night. I love it. That's so awesome. That's awesome. Shout out to Crafty and his brother and the family. I'm a little tired. I've been slammed with scores, so I know you had a family issue, so I hope the family's doing good too. But yeah, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Lock my screen. Okay, so let me put this here. I can see because I hit this button over here. But that's so cool. Good. So, on these two, on this new Haute42, this Gen 2 pad here, right? This pad is kind of a blend of these two pads. And what I mean is, like I jokingly say they had a baby, right? But the R, and you know what's so funny too? I'm gonna grab another pad off the shelf too, because the R really kicked off this ring style flat pad style, right? And I know the first R when it came out, it's just very creaky. Like let's call it spade. It's creaky, right? But it plays fine. It does what it needs to do, but it creaks because it was so thin. And then I have to give the shout out to Kailh keys. Let me grab the dual pad's a different layout, but dual pad did it too. But let me grab the Kailh keys off the shelf. Why can't I hear anything? I'm so sick and tired of Bluetooth headphones. They're dying in my ear. I'm trying to switch headphones. So, dual pad Zen, we all know the Zen, saw this at Evo. They definitely have the metal layout. It's thin, unique shape, all that stuff. You can, I have big hands, I can hold it, but I'm sure most can probably hold it like this. But anyway, easy to carry around because that grip on the bottom. But shout out the dual pad on really kicking off like how we want this design to feel. And then Kailh keys really set it off with this GF or GK? GF. I wish it was called GM. So, GM for metal, GA for acrylic, but that's another story. But the GM, and shout out to Sin made design for me. This came out really good. When I first saw it, I was like, oh no, it was very, very America, right? But then every time I look at it, I just want to play with it. Like, I like that. I like the look of this. I got my Kailh splash screen in here too. But their metal pad, it's metal with rings, and it's on Amazon. This thing before, I don't know what it is now, before the tariffs and things like that, you could pick up a metal GF16 for $80. Fantastic. Fantastic, right? So the reason I'm bringing this up is I knew the R metal had to come because they have the M Ultra, which is this. The M Ultra is basically an S. The layout is, if my materials are downstairs, but if I put the S top on this pad, they line up. I mean, these two bottom buttons, ignore those, but just say that's the standard 12, right? Your standard 12 layout are exactly the same. So if you have the S now, and you want a bigger version of the S that fits on your lap and all this stuff, you would get the M Ultra. If you have the T and you want a full-size metal version of the T, you would buy the M Plus, right? So I knew the R, because the R was a hit. Like, I get so many good comments that people were really happy with the R. They liked it, and they still like it now. It's one of their favorite pads because the left pinky and has the rings. So I figured they would do like this. This has the rings on it. Can you see that? It has the rings, but it's metal, right? So I was like, oh, they're definitely going to make a metal version of this and put it out there. They instead blended these two, which is really nice. So I like lower profile. I mean, I play on the R, don't get me wrong, but I'm used to playing it like flat, a little bit lower. This is basically 2/4 off the bass. This is roughly like 3/4 off the bass. So when you blend these two, you get this pad. And this is, it's still called the M Ultra, which I'll be honest, they should have picked a different name. They should have called it like the M Ring, the M, I don't know, the M something. The M something, right? So that way it's like, okay, we have the M Plus, we have the M Ultra, and we have the M, I think I called it M Omega when I first thought up a name, but you get the point, right? But regardless of the name, regardless of the fact, if you like your R and the rings are not a primary concern for you, and I keep bringing up the rings because from what I can tell in these pictures, there are no rings in this pad. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Let's meet the mic. So, and I'll play this back because I have stuff in my way I can't see. It's going pretty fast. I watch at 2x speed. That's probably why it's going so fast. No, it's normal. Okay, it's normal speed. So just look at this. You can see. Like, yeah, this looks very much like an M Ultra, just with the left pinky added. And I think that's really good. Really good. I think a lot of people are going to be happy with that. Boom. I can't read. Bomb by the Nuke 2. I love that. That's so interesting. I wonder if the X is going to have a Gen version. You know what's so funny? I would not be surprised the X Gen 2 is a T. And it's so funny you mentioned it. I have an X101 coming out tomorrow where I take everyone. I should have built this a long time ago, but it's going to take you through how to set everything up with your X series, like how to load it, you know, all the things you do with your X. And I had the X here. Ooh. So let's pause this. So first thing, boom, what do? They added the locking power port. I think that's a really good deal because a lot of people are like, look, the power port has issues, you know, all these different things. This is just like the Quamba. This is just like the Razor. And I think one other pad I have has this too. So standard, lock it in place. Really great job. The rest is very much M Ultra, where you have the power port, the lock switch, the light switch, all that stuff across the top, right? So that's very what you're accustomed, what we're all used to seeing. Then the switches. It's come with shadow hunting switches out the box. That's really good. What else is on here? I love the shadow hunting, especially on metal pads. The shadow hunting are so smooth on metal. And I mean, they're blipping all types of things there. But what I'm noticing though, I think this is going to be a C. It's not going to be a S style pad. And I say C. When I say C, what I'm getting at is when I did the C video, the R is a C. And what I mean is, see how the M Ultra, how close these are together? These are just like the S. So if you want a full-size pad, but you want the S layout, tighter spacing, smaller keycaps, one larger on the bottom, get the M Ultra. The R is slightly wider, and that's because there's a ring around each keycap. So hence they had to make things a little bit bigger, right, to fit it all. So you have your C, which is this with rings on each button. So all the buttons on the C are ever so slightly wider. But when you put the tops on, the R and the C are exactly the same. So looking at this video, again, I don't have it in person yet. I'm almost guaranteed this is going to be a C style with a pinky. So full metal C with a pinky, right there. Because see how the light's going around each keycap? That's a C. And the lower two buttons, I mean, I don't really talk. I pay no. Wait a minute. It's missing one too. Wait a minute. Another thing I just noticed. 1, 2, 1, 2. No button, pinky button. This is, oh, y'all can't see my mouse. There's a left pinky and only one button on the top. So, because the R is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 buttons. This 16 buttons? Am I counting that right? 12. Oh, I see what happened. I see. I don't know how to, like, it's been a while since I've like looked close to the R. The left button here got moved here on the R. So this button is now here. That's what they did. I was like, I thought this was 17, but 16 buttons. So this is the same, and this one got moved here, and these two stayed there. On the Gen 2, I can't see. What did they do? They kept the left bottom button and got rid of the top right. For me, it's fine, because I don't use that top right button. I usually put my L3 and R3 on the top. That makes complete sense. Oh, you sent me a picture chart? Okay, let me read the chat. I'll pull them right now. Bomb by the Nuke said that's so interesting. I wanted the X. Yeah, I got to show the extras right here in front of me. Honestly, the M Ultra seems like the U16. No, the U16. I have a U, and I'll show you. Here's my U right here. My screws are coming loose for some weird reason. The U. Where's my other U? I can take apart. I'm dropping stuff, but before I show that, let me pull something real quick. Where's my keyboard? Because I'm going to show you that the U top is wider than all of them. And that's because the U is a T. Come back. Okay, I can see. Because Haute42 really has three families. It has the S, the C, the T, and the X is its own thing. But, you know, as far as like multiple pads in the same format, this is an X. It's hard to tell because of the rings. But when I put this on here, see how much wider this is than the M Ultra? That's because this is a T layout. This is an S layout. When I put this on here, people think the U and the R are the same, but they're not. Because like here, these look similar. But look at the gap right there. The gaps, the gaps, the gaps. See the gaps. The U is a T with rings, and the R was kind of like an S, but now it's fully a C. The R is a C with rings, hands down. So the new M Ultra Gen 2 is a C with metal all over and a left pinky. So it's like a blend of these two. And wider, because this is tighter, right? Hold on. Well, and I got the X down the floor. Let me pull it right speed. I didn't see those pictures. I love it. Where is... I could do it on this laptop over here. Go up. Click, please. Nice. Let's grab this picture. Come back. Copy picture. Copy link. My brother and I got married. We spent the weekend before having... Okay, good. Okay, good. I can show the picture. Okay, I have to read. Make sure I read the chat. Double check. I share the picture. Shout out to Crafty. Post on V. Boom. There we go. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Nice. What are y'all drinking too? Is that like a custom beer? It looks like it. All right, hanging out. I love it. I love it. In the background, the weather looks good. Shout out to... Was that California? Oh, y'all can't see. Whoops. Can y'all see? Y'all can't see. Let me check my view. You can. Okay, good. Now you can see. Good, good, good. Shout out to Crafty and the family. I love it. Congratulations. Where's my sound effect? Cheers again to you and the family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is so cool. Y'all look sharp too. I'm colorblind. It's like you're black. The ties are red. Awesome, awesome. Can you see the beard tie? I can't see the beard. Zoom down. Can't see. Nice, nice. Congratulations, congratulations. Shout out to Crafty and the family. Doing it big. Doing it big. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's what's up. I love it. That's nice. It's funny. we were at I live in a city where there's like a heavy Mexican culture. So we were at a quince last night. So those that don't know, as far as most standard American, you have your sweet 16, right? So we all know your daughter turns 16, she has a party or whatever her friends want to do. And heavy Mexican culture, they do a 15 is like the same dessert, but they will do, it's kind of like a wedding because they'll do a church ceremony. Usually it's Catholic. They'll do a church ceremony and then they'll have the go off, take pictures and hang out with your friends. And then they'll do a dinner, and the dinner's just party, hang out, have fun with all her friends, the adults. And it was a really good time. No drama. It was really, and she has like her really, really nice dress. It was a really good time, actually. It was really fun. So shout out to all the fam. Shout out to Sofifi and all the fans. Now she's not Sofifi. Now she's getting grown. She's Sophia now, but shout out to Sofifi. So I love it. That was a good picture, Craft. I like that. Crafty looking sharp. You need to wear that suit when you at work, Crafty. So Crafty sells cars. You show up in that suit, everybody's gonna be buying next. Crafty's ready to sell you, boy. Let's put this up here. Open this up here. Come back. Get out the way. There we go. So like I said, I'm shooting a video now, so I was kind of working on the analog. This thing is so big on the desk, you can't see it. Just take this off, put it right here. It's so big, right there. And to your point, Bomb by the Nuke, you were saying, you know, the X Series 2. I'm dropping the prediction right now. Here's my thought. Here's my thought. This is, the frame is bigger than all their pads, and that's because of the technology to manage these units. That like, because technically there's 4 modules in this pad. This is not. This is, what's the word? Unremovable, right? But this is their, like the C. This is their standard utility module on the top, whatever you want to call it. They have the left module right here, the right module, and the base, and tons of room for your wrist and everything else. I would not be surprised if the Gen 2 is the T family, right? Where you're going to keep your Joy-Cons, but instead of this being a WAS or a, you know, this style, or come out, the low profile, and, you know, obviously you have the joystick, right? Off. And we're going to be playing with this, all this. We're going to use this all next week if I get the videos out fast enough. I'll be playing with all this next week. So, like you said, I would be surprised if they do. Only thing is, these are going to be bigger cutouts, because the T would not fit on this module, because this is an S layout right now, right? So the T's being bigger keycaps, this would have to be just bigger no matter what. It would have to be bigger. They couldn't, it just would not fit. There's no more room up top. There's no more room on the bottom, because on the edge. So they'd probably make this, you know, wider, and it would fit the T layout. And it would have to be, everything would have to be bigger. The more I think about it. Wait, maybe they couldn't, because for the module to get wider, let me put this down. For the module to get wider to fit the T layout in here, where's my U? Let's give you a better explanation of what I'm trying to say. So here's the T. If they start the T right here, right, they could, it would go out to about here. So they could do it with the T. They could do the right hand side easy. Well, this, okay, ignore this button. Just only talking about these 3 and across, right? Because even this is a split. So now this side, it would fit. It would fit. Well, it would go all the way to the top. Well, it's going to be on the edge of the module, so you have to slide everything down. Maybe they couldn't do it. It would be kind of like a weird, because it'd almost be like, this is here, but this would have to come down a little bit to fit. I don't know how I feel about that. At first I thought it'd be almost obvious, but now I'm second guessing myself, because this bottom row, these 3 would be in line with each other. This would definitely slide down a little bit. That's, you know, that's obvious. This will slide down a bit, but these here will kind of be like, interesting. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, we'll see. Now you got me thinking. Let me pull up the Gen 2 again, and let's look at the Gen 2 again, because there's a lot going on here. Alex, so we're talking all about this next week. I just recorded the last little piece here of how to set this up and everything else, like your one-on-one series. It's gonna be really fun. I think it's gonna help people, because my goal was to make it really short, Right? I don't want the video to be 20 minutes long. Like, here's 3 sections, 555, everything you need. And that, if you're only doing one thing, you have to watch a whole 20-minute video. You can just watch 5 minutes of this, 5 minutes of that, 5 minutes of that, and you're done. I show you how to install the firmware, all the fun stuff. So, I should pull my other R. Well, it's in the back, but you get the point where this is kind of going. So now that the R with the rings, which you can kind of see there, like I said, these are about, I think it was either one or 2 quarters off the base of the ring. I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't have any quarters on my desk to check, but you know, these are slightly taller than what you find. They're nowhere near as tall as the MX pads, don't get me wrong, but they're slightly taller because these are super flat. Just with the, I have shadow hunting in here. These are super flat and super snappy, And on this pad, I think I have my ghost switches here. These ghosts are what? These are shadow hunting. These are shadows. But looking at this one, we've already determined that the button layout has not changed. Instead of the bottom left going to the left, they took the upper right and moved that down to the bottom left. So that makes sense. Where's my keyboard? Right here. Go back. What else do we have here? We'll let it play again. So there, right there, that clearly tells you, hey, this is a C. This is a C. It's a C because there's rings around each of the keycaps. I can't tell if the rings are wider or the same, but it's definitely a C. The sloped off edge, same as they have now. I like this. So I wonder how they did that because this, oh, it's this. See this marking? I can't see. Get out the way. So here's the branding. I don't want to scratch it. I might scratch it off. But and there's all the letters, you know, have their position on here. They just put little decals across the body to give us some flavor. Okay, I like that. I like that. I'll come back. I like that. So they added some flavor around the bottom edge. CNC aluminum. I don't remember if the M Ultra is CNC aluminum. I'll have to check that out. I don't remember. M Ultra Gen 2. And my biggest fear is I don't want them to stop selling the Gen 1. Because this Gen 1 M Ultra, this is a very good pad. I like this a lot. I think as far as upgrades, I hope the M Plus gets this treatment. And here's what I mean. Don't change. Where's my M Plus? So let's pull out Evo, right? Shout out to Evo. Oh, I definitely attended Evo. I got 1, 2, and 2, almost 3 and 2. A Steve player. I can't stand Steve. Don't start running about Tekken Season 2. Anyway, sorry. Let me check the chat over here. Give me a second. Shout out to DJ RJ. Happy Sunday, DJ RJ. Shout out to Vizo. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys had a good Sunday. So here is the M Plus, right? I can't see. The M Plus, I love this pad. It's shadow hunting in this one. I have shadow and sacred falcons in my other one, but short travel is what my point is in my metal pad. Only thing is, this has one power port in the top. This has one top and one on the side. All they gotta do is put one on the side, right? These little switches here, I really don't care about. But if they want to do it, they can. But I don't really care. You know, boom. So they have the M Plus was the first metal pad, fantastic. The M Ultra was definite feature upgrade. Not there's nothing different because they're just the same switches, same keycaps, just the feature set as far as like the things they have going on, like these switches and nonsense. And again, the 2 power boards is the biggest plus to the M Ultra, but spacing is totally different from the Plus. They're totally separate devices, right? So now the Gen 2 is coming, which is really an R with this button moved down here, right? So this button, I'm flicking you off. This button here, down here. This one's being moved down here. Now they're gonna have 3 metal pads, and then they have the X series, which is your full modular pad. That's really fantastic. Really fantastic. This is the 12 Plus, yes. Let me come back. I can't see. So my hope is they don't get rid of the Gen 1. They have to keep selling that because there's a ton of value in the Gen 1 pad. The Gen 2. I know I keep bouncing back for that, I apologize, but I really want to drive home the fact that from what I can tell so far, I don't own it because it hasn't shown up yet. From what I can tell so far, the M Ultra is its own thing. the M Ultra Gen 2. Guess what? They should have called it Gen 2. They should have called it M Ultra R, or M Ultra R would have been a good one, because the M Ultra, or M Ultra L with the left pinky, right? Yeah, M Ultra L, or the M Omega. The M Ultra L, that sounds good, better than Gen 2. So the M Ultra L, because left pinky, right? Or LP, just talking. Muhammad Osman, shout out to Muhammad. Is the M Ultra Gen 2 the exact same size as the M Ultra? So from what I could tell, because it has not shown up yet, when it arrives, my assumption, just looking at the picture so far, the spacing is going to be slightly wider, right? Going from the M, and I'll show you. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here's the C. Because like I'm sitting here talking about, I can just show you. It makes it so much easier. Where's my? I'll put this. Where's the stance? Right. Okay. So to drive the point home, right. Come here. Come here. Here is the M plus, and again, this is a T. Here's the U, and I lay these on top of one another. What do you know? It's the exact same layout, right? That's why I can't stress enough. The U and the R, they play the same because they have rings, but the spacing is wider on the U compared to the R, right? But as far as the U, it's the exact same as the T and the M plus. The exact, I'm bumping it, but you get the point. Exactly the same. So now when I take the U, and like I showed you before, I put in the M Ultra, you could see like it's clearly taller, wider than the M Ultra. Right? It's noticeable. Right? I put this in the R. Again, just because they have rings, they are not the same. You could see it is night and day difference. How much taller the T is compared to the R, and how much wide, not taller, just wider. Right? And it's because the keycaps are bigger. So I keep saying this is C. Here's the C on the M Ultra. Right? And again, when I line these up, because the C has the rings around each keycap, they're very, like I'm kind of shifting it over. It's very similar to the Ultra and the S. Right? The C is the next thing to the X, but it is slightly wider because of those rings. And again, ignore these two bottoms. We're talking about the standard 12. Don't ignore the extras, only the standard 12. Your directionals and your action buttons. Right? Now kind of put it like that to give a better view. It looks wider than what it is, but it is wider than the S and the M Ultra. Whereas the C, the R, get on there. The R is exactly the same. The only difference is this up button is slightly lower on the C. And again, why is that? Because there's a ring around it. So they made it slightly lower. But if you look at directionals, it's moving. These are all the exact same layout. Almost exact same. Right? Again, but there. So when I look at the Gen 2, where's my mouse? I can't see. When I look at the Gen 2, given it has those lights around the keycaps, that almost instantly tells me it's a C. A C with a left pinky. And they took the top right button, just moved it to the left, and that's really good. Again, the cable lock switch, we've already seen that coming. The lights across the bottom, which is so it's going to have, just like the M Ultra, it'll have the base lights and the button lights, just like the C. 2 power ports. You can see it there on the side. There's your power port. It has switches, the lock key, and all that stuff, just like the M Ultra. And boom, right there. Very, very clear. You can see that. That you're going to be getting an R, because the R and the C are the same, right? The only difference is a little bit lower, like barely, but the same as R. So you're going to be getting an R. And if you use this button, this is now gone. This is moved here from your R. And that's really what you're kind of like looking at when it comes to what, and again, I don't have it in person yet, right? But it's on the way, but yet. And you see how that kind of shifts, right? I'm honestly like, you know what's, Muhammad? I like that blue. And here's the problem. When I requested it, I was in such a rush that I put the blue, and then something happened. I have kids. I got distracted somehow. And amidst the distraction, when I came back, I guess it like refreshed or something, and I said go. Well, when I said go, I think I got the black, and I was like, again, I actually like black, like Bet on Black. What was it, Pastor 57, Bet on Black? Anyway, but I actually like the black. It's nice, but I want that blue because the blue is just is so different, right? It's so different. And again, I thought it was, I'm colorblind. I thought it was purple, but the description clearly says blue, so it must be blue. But it's different than the other things. It's like, oh, I want the blue one. So we'll see what shows up in a couple weeks. But yeah, I'm kind of kicking myself like, dang, I should, like, you got to slow down and pay attention, right? I'm saying, bro, I gotta bro myself. Gotta bro myself. Oh, the shadow hunting switches are fantastic. Are those AI? Those are real hands. Are those fake hands? No, they're real. The left hand looks fake. The right hand looks real. The left hand looks fake. What does it say? Hot really does deliver on some premium budget options. They really do. And you know, you make a very good point. Dual pad, Haute42. I'm looking across the room here at just like, you know, Maverick's metal in the base, but they're acrylic on top, metal in the base. What else over there? The Speedy Labs, Lightfox, fantastic price for them all metal. I'm looking at my metal pads, but to your point, right? What else over there is like, I can't see. But yeah, it's like, they have done a really good job of hitting the market hard and yeah, delivering really well. They really have. They really have. And I halfway think too, I think that the catchy name, because I think, isn't it Holt? Is it German? H-A-U? Is that supposed to be Holt? I remember this is last year, 2024. I was like, how do I say your company name? And they were like, whatever's good to us, you know, just, they're still early. They're a young company then. And now it's getting more established, like, oh, it's Holt and all this stuff. But I'm saying hot because I like Haute42 better. It sounds better. I just like it. I like hot. But they do a really good job of, you know, yeah, just doing a really good job. Getting a lot of buck for your value and giving you, they're almost a gateway drug to Leverless. You know, like, should I say maybe I shouldn't talk like this. A gateway drug. Remember when I was a kid. Anyway, we won't go with that. We won't go to Rebel. I'm not talking about Rebel. But they really good job of making this a gateway into other pads, right? Because there is no best pad, there is no best brand. It's what works best for your hands, right? Again, I have a big hand, or a triplex riding glove. I have long fingers, right? So depending on the game I play, as a pad I use. When I'm playing Tekken, I like the T's, I like the wider keycaps, I like the spacing, because I only need these 4 butts. I need more, and I play weird, I like more space. When I play Street Fighter and 2XKO, I like tighter space. What's so weird is 2XKO, I like it even tighter, which is so bizarre to me. But Street Fighter in particular, I love the C and the S type style spacing, you know? And you could pick up one of these and then say, I want to try a $300 pad, a $150 pad. You can start branching out because you'll start knowing what layout you like and how about space you wanted. So yeah, shout out to Hot, because they really, before the tariffs, right? Before the tariffs, they did a really good job of opening up the whole world, saying, look, give this a shot. Like, so when I was at Evo, shout out to me, I went 2-2. Shout out to me. I'm shouting out myself a lot today.
Yes, sir. Yes,
when I walked past the 2XKO booth, because I wanted to try it out, it was a long line to get play it. But I'm walking by, like coming around the edge, and there was like a stand next to them, because the monitor here, they're playing, and there was a stand. And on the stand, we all know a Haute42 box. It comes in cardboard. Let's go spade. When you order your first T or S, you're like, is this Monty's house? Like, why does this thing come in a cardboard box? But you open up, you start playing, it feels fantastic. So they cut the cost where they can to give you value. But I saw tees there, and I was like, oh, there's people selling tees. Let me find out where. No, they bought tees to the event with them. And those were their demo controllers. Like, wow, that really kind of shows where the market's going. Like, hey, we want to do controller, joystick, and leverless in our booth. We need something cost effective. So I'm sure they probably had a Mayflash for the joystick. They probably had, they have for 2 tees for the controller. And then as far as the D-pad controller, I didn't see it was too big what they were using. But you get the point. It's really cool how far Hot has come. Yes, shots of Haute42 team. What did Muhammad say? Shadow hunting as stocks, which is a good upgrade. I agree. I get a lot of questions and comments about the shadow hunting switches, and the shadow hunting and the Kailh Circle Falcons feel very similar. And I have to, Squadra just saying, I want the blue. That blue, I know Squadra. I really messed up. Squadra, of course, I don't know how. Like, slow down, people. Just slow down. Don't be in a rush. But the shadow hunting, I have to always make sure I warn. In my opinion, they changed out the switches on the first M Ultra. In my opinion, they changed. Yeah, because I think the original, I want to say this came with Wind Engine. I don't remember because mine is running. Mine has shadow hunting in this one, and I put reds. I don't use these two, so I put reds up here so I don't waste my good switches. But to your point, the shadow hunting I think are fantastic switches on especially on a metal pad. The acrylic, every pad feels different, right? But in particular on a metal pad, they just feel like snappier and just everything. But I have to warn people because you'll hear me say that, and depending how you rest your hands, right? Because my hands are just gonna have fat fingers, so my hands aren't heavy. Is that rude to say if you got fat fingers, your hands are heavy? Your fat hands. I know your hands are heavy, right? But if your hands are fat, right, and they heavy, if you're sitting here waiting your turn, you can't accidentally press the button because they activate so fast. Whereas this is your standard switch. Y'all probably can't tell the amount of distance before I hit bottom. You got to hit bottom. Before I hit bottom here, right? It's a lot more travel and things like that, right? Whereas this, I don't know if you could tell. Like it's just different. So you can almost rest your hands on any other linear switch, and they might activate or they might not. You kind of get like a gap. Whereas with these, if you rest your hands too much, like I've done plenty of times where I want to do a back four, and then I'll accidentally like slightly tap down. I do a down back four, and I'm like, oh, okay, that was me. Like right? But in the moment, like, yeah. So these coming out the box with that and that metal base, I think people are really gonna like it. I do. I think yeah, I really do. I think they're going to be happy. So that's definitely a C. Right there. So they put some flavor on the top. They put the branding. They're really trying to get us off of Haute42 and make us say COSMOX. But I don't like the name COSMOX. In English, what does COSMOX sound like? It sounds like something. I can't think of what it just sounds weird in English. COSMOX. I don't know. I went off on a tangent. I had to like stop and think about it. So like, what else would I call this company? I don't know. Even if they just respelled hot as Haute42, I think that would make me happier. But who cares, right? It's a brand. Who cares? Not like I look at it anyway. Like it's so funny. There's branding here in the bottom of this controller, and I dang near never ever even see it. So I don't know why I even care. And you know, actually, I'm going to take credit for this because in all my videos, when I did all my videos, I do the artwork before I do the review. I always put the brand on the bottom left and right of my controllers. Almost every one of my designs has the brand. This one didn't because the name shows up automatically on the C, so I didn't bother. But almost every... Even this one, like we have the gal keys right here. This is one of my earlier pads, right? But look, dual pad down here in the bottom. And the reason I do it, to be completely honest, is I'll forget. Like, you know, I'll grab something off the shelf when I'm tired, or someone asks me, like, hey, what is this? I really don't want to think, to be honest. I want them to kind of look on my shelf and be like, oh, okay, that's that. Okay, whatever, you know, all that type of stuff. But I'm looking across the room. Pretty much every pad I have since last year that I've done, I put the branding. So, you know what? I'm taking credit for this. I'm the one that inspired them to do this. I know it's BS. You're like, yo, you BSing out here. It's nonsense, but yeah, it's funny. It's funny. What did Muhammad say? I hope normal M Ultra drops in price. How much is the M Ultra now? You know, that's a good question. Let me check, Muhammad. I'm over here saying they better keep selling this and sell the Gen 2, which I'm gonna call, I kind of like prefer to call the M Ultra L for that. Like, what am I doing? Then branding would be using the tagline, drop it like it's hot. Oh my God, drop it like it's hot. Hold up, drop the explosion now. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Shout out to Snoop. Sends on it.
Yes, sir.
Those who don't know, like, many of y'all ping me on Discord, and I may take a while to ping you back. I'm not ignoring you. Like, I'm probably busy doing homework. I'm just stressed out, right? And I get overwhelmed. So, but send a creative type and just come with the design. Drop it like it's hot. I actually like that's a good one. That's a good one. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's. Oh, I wish that song wasn't so popular, because then I could put it in the video. Like, am I allowed? Because I don't want to get flagged. They're gonna copyright strike my video if I put just like a snip, like, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a new one, and we're gonna drop it like it's hot, and then show the branding. They're definitely drop it like it's hot. That's like 2.5 seconds of drop it like it's hot. That's 2 to 5. Yeah, they're gonna flag me. They're gonna flag me. I'm not gonna take a chance. They're gonna flag me. Dang it, I like that. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Dang it, I like that. They're definitely gonna flag me. Let's see that. Because YouTube's been on the fritz big time lately. Well, I hope the Norman watch. Let's check the price real quick for that. Let's see what the price has changed. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Yeah, I'm not logged in. I know I'm not logged in. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hot pad. The Hot Pod. And I think they're in the same link. AliExpress is one of the weirdest stores, right? Because every time you come in here, you start smiling. Let's call it spade a spade. When you come to AliExpress, you smile because you know you're about to catch a deal, about to catch a steal. Now, wait a minute. How is the M Ultra Silver $20 cheaper than the black? That's interesting. Okay, so I see what they're doing here. I see what they did. They kept them in the same, so that's kind of weird too how they did that. So here's the M Plus, and depending on the version and the color, your price. And what's so weird about AliExpress too is you'll see the same product listed twice with free shipping. So those of you that have access to AliExpress like I do, just make sure you double check, like slow down, double check, and make sure you're getting the best deal for the same product, because the same product, but the price is night and day. That's a $20 difference. That's big in today's economy. $20. I got kids. You know McDonald's, which is horrible for your children. I know. It's horrible. I know. Don't judge me. But you take your kids for a treat to McDonald's, and you know that a Happy Meal is almost $10 now. Remember you were happy for a $6 Happy Meal, $5 Happy Meal? It's almost $10 now. Yeah, this is no joke. I have twins. I have a daughter and twin boys. And a wife. So that's 5 people getting Happy Meals. That's a $50 trip to McDonald's. What the heaven is happening here? We might as well go to Chili's. Anyway, so what I'm noticing here is the M Ultra Gen 1 and 2 for $120. Wait a minute, where did the M Ultra go? They better not. Go up. Did they stop selling the original M Ultra? Okay, that's absolutely dumb. They can't do this. They can't do that. Let's go. Shout out the craftiness brother. Shout out the craftiness brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, they didn't marry each other, obviously. His brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Having too much fun. Shout out to Crafty's brother. We're gonna call him Brother Crafty. Brother Crafty. Wait a minute. You can't buy M Ultra. Boom. Okay, so you still... No, this is what the heck? The M Ultra's gone. Okay, so let's click all of them. Here's M Ultra. Here's M Ultra. Here's M Ultra. Here's M Ultra. Excuse me. This is the case. 2 models, 2 models, 2 models. Okay, so you're probably wondering why I even care, right? I'm gonna show you why I care. Here's why I'm making, not a big deal, but here's why this matters. You know, before I forget, again, I was talking about the metal. If you like the R now, or you don't really use your left pinky, but you like the R, and you want metal, like, don't even think about it. Just look at this, 89, pick this up. This Galki's GF, the GF16, it's better than people think it is. They don't even, I think because the name is so new, they don't know. If you have an R, you like your R, but you want metal, yeah, don't sleep on the Galki's GF16. This thing is fantastic. But I digress. The price is what really gets me. Fully metal pad, and it's thin. Somehow it's thinner than the rest. Fantastic. The M Ultra. Ouch. M Ultra's oh, that's an ouch. This is straight off of Amazon. 147, 168. So why? And again, classic AliExpress style. Like, why are the different prices? They're different. Even though like Sawahi and Sixer and Oneed, they're all still official stores of Haute42, so they're all official. So, okay. And again, I want to drive home why you should even care that this pad appears to be on the way, like almost discontinued, I guess is the word for it. The reason I bring this up is, let me check chat here, give me a second. Since when is there a silver M Ultra? No, that wasn't M Ultra, that was a M Plus. That was silver M Plus moment. Oh yeah, M16 Plus, yeah, you saw it, it was M Plus, yeah, M16 Plus. $50 trip. Just skip and save up for the Hotbox Ultra. He said, get the Hitbox Ultra. Because I've been saying for the longest, I need to get a Hitbox Ultra in for reviews. And he's like, look, your kids don't need treats.
Bruh.
What are you, a good father? What are you doing out here? Why are you trying to be a good dad? Don't take them for treats.
Bruh.
Make them work. Muhammad, I like your logic. I like your logic. Every trip to McDonald's is another triple, another was another day minus you being able to get the Ultra, the Hitbox Ultra. That's a good one. What does it say? Then you have the and then you have the Haute42. Then you have the 42 cut in the behind the Haute42. I like Sin's on it, like neon highlight. Oh, that would be like a 42. Because on the E they have the binary on the bottom, but Sin's over here, he's lighting it up over here. I like these ideas. Squadron courses and facts need to double check before hitting the final button. Yes, double check before hitting the final button because you will get kind of gypped. Oh, I'm sorry. Again, the reason this is kind of a big deal. I get asked. So lately, I've been getting comments from the Philippines and what's Indonesia? I forgot. But their question has been really around this. Someone said, I don't know if his C arrived or it's on the way. I didn't fully understand them because he clearly said, look, I'm using Google Translate, but here's my question. His question was, they have small hands and they want tighter spacing. And when it comes to the C, the up button is slightly lower than the U and the S. Like it's ever so slightly. Again, I have big hands, so to me, I'm like, oh, who cares? But to someone with smaller fingers, even earlier in a kid, right? Your hands aren't as long as mine. Not fat, right? You don't got fat, heavy fans, but we're talking long hands, right? It does play. You'll get used to it. Like no one cares, right? And you know what's so funny too? Let's be honest. Can we call a spade a spade? Ever since Haute42 and Dual Pad and Mavericade and all, Speedy, you name the brands that are out here, start like really like hitting the leverless market hard and give us more options. We've all gotten a little spoiled.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We've all gotten a little bit uppity.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
not using that trash.
Yes,
The
sir.
spacing's too wide. What is this? Fully metal, 2 power ports with a pass-through port and shadow hunting switches and a screen and your buttons up here. Get this trash out of my face. The spacing's too tight. Whoa, easy. Slow down, easy. You're bougie. Excuse me, Mr. Moneybags over here. Now you got so many options. You almost are disregarding things, right? But the value in the M Ultra is that it's a premium pad, metal top and bottom with all the blah blah blahs, but the spacing is tighter. So if you're on a C, which is fine, because the C is way tighter than the T, right? But if this is like slightly too wide for you, you can come down to this. Because right now, your next alternative is the Dual Pad Zen. The Zen by Dual Pad. And this is Zen Pro, which is fantastic. This has the tighter spacing. It has the rings if you like rings. It's slightly turned a little bit for ergo. It has a split down the middle. But again, you could find, this is probably one of the tightest space pads I have is the Zen. It's one of the tightest. So you could find a tighter space pad, but I'm only talking about this brand lineup, right? When they put Gen 2 and put the pinky, again, I don't think anyone's going to really care, but if you like the tighter spacing, you may want to scoop up an M Ultra while you can before it's gone. I'm not like, I don't want you to get FOMO, like don't freak out. The C is not that much drastic difference between these two. It's just not. You're going to be fine, but the This is slightly wider because of the rings and just the design. Just it's just called spade a spade. All right, so I went off on a tangent. I apologize, but I really wanted to make sure that it was kind of like that was stated, because it is kind of like, it's not common for Hot to kill off a model. I'm saying kill off such an aggressive term, because the G, I hear the G is kind of hard to find now. There's another pad that's kind of hard to find now. The G and the B, I think those two are kind of hard to find. So I don't know if the tariffs are making them consolidate. I don't know, but it's something to be aware of, that M Ultra, in my opinion, like, you know, I still feel there's a lot of value in this pad, and that it is still unique to the lineup when it comes to metal, where you have your M Plus, your full size, large. Like, they better not get rid of this. I'll be pretty upset. If this goes away, I'm gonna be upset. That's a T family. You have your M Ultra, which is your S family, and now you have your M Ultra Gen 2, which now I'm regretting it being called M Ultra Gen 1 or Gen 2. That makes me sad. But that's an R. With this button moved here, but it's an R. It's a CR. It's really, these two had a baby. Oh my God, they had a threesome. So these two got that. Let me slow down.
Yes, sir.
We're all adults. We're all adults. We're all
Yes,
adults, right?
sir.
But these two,
Yes, sir.
what's a better way to say it? It's not about threesome. Threesome's a little aggressive, right? These two had a lovely party with one another, and out of that party came a brand new pad called the M Ultra Gen 2. The metal from this part of the party was laid down. This is the base. This is the base of the party. This is the layout of the party, and then these were the spacing and keycap height of the party, right? So it's a blend of these three. So it's definitely, from, again, I don't have it in hands yet, but it appears to be a blend of those three. Called the M Ultra Gen 2. Let's see. So let me come a little bit. Since come from other controllers you've used and experienced in combos, the combos might feel weird and too spongy for you. Yeah, they are silent and the short travel is nice facts, but it's a preference thing. I agree. They feel fine on hitbox OG layouts, but they can be weird for others. Yeah, we're talking about the switches. Yep. Doing 11 24 million buttons with a 30 million button, excuse me, might be optional or mostly 24 million buttons in general combos. That's a good point. Yeah, I had 30 millimeters on my 8 action buttons, and they felt peculiar after playing other levels the other time. Yes, and that's where, when it comes to levels, it's really cool how we have so many options now, and you can really decide how you want your pad to feel now. You don't have to really guess anymore. Whereas before, you know, I don't judge any of the brands. But if you liked Hitbox or you like Razer Kitsune, that's what you had for a very long time, or a 3D printed pad where you were kind of gambling at the quality being just 3D printed, right? So there's nothing wrong with it. Just you get what you pay for the 3D printed. Whereas now it's really growing. I agree. There was a higher demand for Chalk V2 switches controls. I agree. So that may be it. Yeah, the full MX were some of the OG Leverless budget offerings when released, so it's not surprising really. Yeah, the MX switch. That's why I always preface when people ask about the Quamba. The Quamba's fantastic. You get a ton of value, right? But you have to be aware that it's an MX switch compared to a Kailh V2 switch. Which is better? I don't know, and I don't care. A Gateron, a Keychron Optical, I don't know, I don't care. It's all about what your hands prefer and what feeling you like. And these I try to make sure I present the options in that that style of play, like switch style of play. That way you're aware of your options. That's really the goal, is to be aware of your options to make the best decision for you. Because I can't tell you, because they're all good. I've told you all the ones I don't like, the Matrix M and the 3D printed pads. There's one in particular. It's the I forgot the word for it, but it's on AliExpress. A 3D printed, like standard Leverless. There's now the dual pad C12 is out. You don't need that, because it's the same thing, but C12 is just better. So you would get the C12. But the Matrix M version 1, they need to make a version 2, because that one's just, the version 1, the switches are not good. They're like a version of Automoves that are cheap, and it just feels cheap, everything. Like one of my switches already died like within the first month. It's just something you really want to deal with. So I would point you, wait for them to make the version 2 with Kailh, so you'll have a better switch. But those are the only two pads so far that I've been like, just stay away from. Mohammed said, yeah, dude, they can completely replace the M Ultra. Yep, that's stupid, forcing you to use the pinky button instead of giving you the choice. And yeah, like moving this button to here, or we'll say that this button went here. I get it, but you also made it slightly wider, and I think, and even when I talk to vendors, like the This pad here, this is the dual pad A14, A16, right? Again, this came out last year, like March, something like that. And this is a T with tighter spacing. So if you like your T now, but you like the large keycaps across the whole pad, but you want a left pinky and you want this more in line. But again, you want large keycaps, but tighter spacing. This is what you would get because it's the same as the T, just wide, just tighter. But because I was like, it feels really tight to, we were talking offline, I was like, hey, it feels really tight to me. And they were saying the Gen 2, which is the one they have out now, they moved the up button up, like this scooted over a little bit and this moved up. And I was like, I don't know if you need to move this up. To me, it feels fine. But they mentioned, listen, outside the States, a lot of people, their hands may not be as big and they like the buttons being a little bit closer and, you know, not as wide because they can't reach. And as soon as I was like, you know, that makes complete sense. And again, the way the market is, now we're what, almost 2 years later from that conversation. It's like 18 months for that conversation. You definitely have like so many options now to figure out what's good for your hands. But when it comes to this essentially becoming a C with the left pinky, there's nothing wrong with it, but I don't like the fact. I wish they would have kept it and just made it another name, M Plus, M Ultra, and then and you know, M something else. But hey, this is what it is, you know. But at the same time, I am happy that those that love the left pinky, because I was shocked when the R came out. I didn't, you know, people come out the woodwork when things become a topic of their interest, right? A lot of people start being, hey, what do you think of the left pinky? I really want to put I was shocked how many people were really asking about this left pinky. They were excited. So having an M Ultra with the left pinky now, I get it. And if you don't even use, like the Quamba, if you don't use it, you can turn it off, which is fine. Because I know some people use this for Mishimas. They do this weird like flip things up here. Again, I don't play Mishimas. I don't really know, but you get the point. You get the point. Yeah. I'm shocked. That's interesting. It's not surprising, really. It's not too surprising, really. That's why I had the flash tops on the VM6R. He's like, that's why I did how I want to do it. Yeah. Wow, we're really like, I've seen more, like having this conversation now is really helping me dig deeper. I didn't even notice like I didn't even notice that. Wow, that the M Ultra is kind of gone. So this is probably the last run of M Ultras on Amazon. If you can find it here, you pay that Amazon tax, right? Because it's essentially it's 147, right? Where are you? And here, so you're basically paying $30, something like a $30 tax. Yeah, you're paying like roughly a $30 tax, which I mean, that's nothing new. Something that I'm not going to knock them for because it's Amazon. That's really what it is. Maybe I should look at this diff. They're just making a C, a metal C, an all metal C. It's an all metal C. So when I put it that, but the M Ultra, because they could have had an all metal S, all metal C, all metal T. They didn't really need to kill off the M Ultra Gen 1. Wow. Yep, these are all Gen 2s. Yep. And what's so weird is when this came out last week, the Gen 1s were still in here. Well, maybe they sold so well, they just sold out. Maybe, here's the word. Because I know this was a hit. A lot of people were getting the M Ultra. I think maybe it sold so well that they sold out of the, because you know, as far as these vendors, when I talk about teams with them, they're not taking your order and making, the only one that seems to be taking your order and producing per order is DOIO. I don't know how that company works. Like I love DOIO, but it's kind of, when you order something from their official website, it could take like a month or two to get to you, whereas you want to get it from AliExpress. But the point being is, you know, pretty much every vendor, I think they're ordering 5,000, 10,000, and then they say go. And they're just waiting for the sellout to get their money back. It feels to me like all of these sold out. Okay, and since that worked, now we have the C platform, which I'm pretty sure all these sold out. Let's make a metal C and call it the M Ultra Gen 2. So I think that's what happened. Check the chat here. Send Code, happy Sunday, Code. Orville, happy Sunday, Orville. That left pinky button for me is never getting used on my HA10 because my HA10 is never coming in. So we've been on a time watch for Orville to get his Vermillo. Where you at? Where you at? Did I keep that tab open? His Vermillo. Did I keep it open? I have so many tabs. I know. I keep so many tabs open. I'm a tab hoarder. Don't judge. Where's the HA? I know I had it here. Did I close it? I guess I did close it. There are too many tabs. I got peanut butter tabs. I'm a tab hoarder. I just leave them open. Like, who cares? Live life. Who cares? Let me pull up here. HA10, all metal, top to bottom. Actually, I touched this in person, pause. But it is really nice. It's built really nice. All metal. The flash tabs can pop in and out. All that stuff. They have a kit here, like these, to swap these buttons out with the lock thing. It's pretty cool. How much are these buttons? Are $22. Interesting. But yeah. I wish I could put like a tool that can give me like a countdown. And we just keep changing. Every Sunday we change the date. We change the date from like coming in 7 days, coming in 14 days. Just keep boosting it up. Code. What is a good affordable PS5 adapter for Leverless? Got you. So first of all, do not buy this Magic Boot S5 at the time of this recording. This thing's a headache. Just don't buy it. You're going to see the labeling. Oh, works on PS4, works on PS5. Where's the branding? Anyway, you'll see this Magic Boot S5. Don't buy this. It's a headache. It's only for certain Magic boxes right now. So it works, just not for anything you own. Will not work with this, trust me. Unless you have like one of 3 things, it's not going to work. Just stay away from it, all right? If you have an Xbox, this green Brook adapter, mine stopped working last year, 2024 in February. I get comments of people telling me, mine still works, you don't know what you're talking about. Hey, lucky you. This thing does not work, all right? As soon as you plug it in, Microsoft says, this is not a supportive adapter, and I did not update it. It's right out the box, so don't waste your time. What is this? This is the Brook. This is the Xbox XB3. This is for PS5. This is the Magic S Ultimate. So here's the Magic S Ultimate. It's all black. Here's one. Like for like the 8-bit dose, stuff like that, you'll use this, different things like that, right? This is Xbox. This is the FGC One. This one is white and is that red or orange? I think it's red. Right. So I'm colorblind. So there's that one for PlayStation 5. Now this one. This is the Wingman FGC 2. This is white on top, black on the bottom. Now there's a catch. This does not work in the pass-through ports. Of any GB2040 at the time of this recording, it does not work in the pass-through ports. So you'll put any of these pads or any other controller like the Vermillo, anything you have, just put it in X input mode, PC mode basically, right? Plug this, your cable into the cord, put this right into your console, and it will work. It works just fine. Here is the Booter 5. Love the Booter 5. I have a Booter 5 right here. Love the Booter 5s for my metal pads. Super small, compact, goes right in. Fantastic. Here's the Magic Boot version. It's the PS4. It says PS4 in the box, but it works on most of the fighting games, right? You'll want this because the S5 does not work. You'll want this one still at the time of this recording. And I got all my stuff before the tariffs, so I was getting these Booter 5s for, these Magic Boots for like $35, something like that. And these I was scooping up for like 27. The 35, I think, standard price, but they were 27 before the tariffs. Now they're probably like 50, 60 bucks just because of the tariffs, right? Come out. What else is in here? This is the Xbox Magic Boot. And then here is, this is a, it's like I think it's called the Hanro N5, but I was calling it the All 5.6 Booter. But the point being is, this is kind of disappearing also. This thing is about half the size of an adapter and twice the size of one of these, right? But if you go to Speedy Lab's website, they're 20 bucks. So where's my mouse at? Where's Speedy's website? I was on Speedy's website and I saw it. This is why I don't close my tabs. That way I can find stuff. See, joke's on you. It's called the Hanson. That's what the Hanson device, right? There it is right there. Speedy has it for $21. Is it still on sale? He might have sold out already. He still got them. Boom. So if you need a dongle for like on cheap, or if it's almost funny, if you're making a box that runs GP2040, just stick this thing in the box with the board. Just plug it right in and close the box up. $20. But for the Hansons, I've not been able to find them ever since. They're on AliExpress. I can't find them. So, you know, FYI, you might be like kind of, price will be going up. But code, those are all the adapters I have in my adapter bag, right? So that's everything I have. And I hope they answer your question on what you want. So for PS5, your next question would be, which is better, the Brooks or the Mayflash? None of them. None of them are better than the other. You're going to see this red Brooks everywhere at tournaments, right? So that's kind of like your tried and true. Again, there's rare cases where, like the 8-bit dough in particular, these adapters did not work with 8-bit dough. I had to use a Mayflash for the 8-bit dough. But I feel like I can't think of the controller. There has been an instance where I couldn't use a Mayflash. I had to use a Brooks. So, you know, call it what you will. But on a standard GP2040 pad, all three of these are just fine. I would almost tell you to get the version 2. But something about the FGC 2, sometimes it just does weird things. I feel like my inputs are not working right. Like, I don't know what it is about this adapter where it does kind of piss me off. Excuse me, it does kind of pee me off. So I don't know. But those are your three. And then if you want to just put in your patch report and kind of play every time, you have your three booters. You have the Hanson booter, you have the booter 5, and you have your Magic Boot version 1. If you're on Xbox, you have the same thing. But again, don't get the Magic Boot S5 because it just doesn't work at the time it's recording. I'm sure by next year it'll be fixed, but at the time it's recording, just don't waste your time. Okay, let me scroll down here. Sen, I know a lot of folks prefer flat button and the occasional convex person. Yeah, but man, convex nylon buttons are some of my favorites. Not gonna lie. Nice. Orwell says M Ultra Cinema Facts. M Ultra is fantastic. Concave person, convex is pretty nice. PS5 adapter for Leverless, go Mayflash Magic Boot. There you go, Mayflash Magic Boot. They're still $33. There you go, boom. So they're still cheap. 33 isn't bad at all. Yeah, because you just stick it in like this. I really leave them in there. I just don't take them out. That's what's nice about it. The only thing is certain brands like this one, when it first came out, they'll have it on this side. So if you got fat legs and you play in your lap a lot, if you have that long adapter, it's going to bend like this. Because you imagine sticking anything you want in here and your legs on it. As you get comfortable, you're bouncing around playing the game. You're kind of bending. Can y'all see that? Bumping everything around. You know, if it's in here, you're going to start kind of bending it, right? So, but the booters, you don't have that problem. They just kind of sit there, so you'll be fine. Booter 5 too expensive unless you get for sub 35 facts with the coupons coins. Yeah, after the tariffs, the Booter 5 shot up, and yeah. Okay, we got a troll. I'm pro Rism. All right, let me get him out of here. Hold on. How do I get this person out of here? Time out. Got him. Boom, gone. Gotta love it, right? Actually, and you know what's so funny? I actually like when I get trolls because then you know, like, the channel's growing. People are watching. That's good. That's good. I'm big enough for the trolls to come find me. But yeah, with the terrorists, the Booter 5 is really got slang. I have one Booter 5. It's in my Vermilla and was pre-tariffed. Yeah, facts. The Brooklyn FGC 1 is better over the 2. I agree. The 2, there's just something weird about it. It works, but then every now and then I'll get some weird quirk and I'm like, or my inputs feel off. I'm like, something doesn't feel right. So then I'll take it out and put the version 1 in, and I don't have any problems. So I'm like, what the heck? And the Mayflash, I've only had a weird issue with it with the fight box. When I play with the fight box with their original their Pico board. So one day it just kind of like blipped. It's like something weird happened. It hasn't happened since. But anyway, besides that, I've had, everything has their quirks, but yeah. Back when they're about as much as a Magic Boot, sometimes only marginally more. In fact, they used to be the same price. The Booter 5 and the Magic Boot were the same price. It's fantastic. I have 64 gigs of memory on my Mac Mini, and having half the amount of tabs open is the worst. If you had the HA10 from Vermillo, it comes quicker than pre-order from Arcade Shop. Facts. It's a trap. Magic Boot S5 is trash. I agree. I heard it's not really even best for Mayflash controllers latency. Oh, really? Yeah, the S5. I know what they're trying to do, but it needs an update immediately. They need to just take whatever's in the Magic Boot 1, and send that firmware to the Magic Boot S5 as the PS4 mode, because it has 2 modes. You hold the button, it goes to PS4 mode. You hold the button, it goes to PS5 mode. They need to make the PS4 mode equivalent to the original Magic Boot, and don't overthink it. Just make them the same. And then people that want PS5 mode, you fix that. You know what I'm saying? Nettie, shout out to Nettie. Happy Sunday, Nettie. I've seen that some tournaments require the Brooks. I've never heard that. I mean, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I personally never have heard it. So that's interesting. I was trying to thought I was done with that spam person saying nonsense. I've seen it sometimes require the Brooks. Have you had any trouble trying to use a different adapter in any tournaments? No, I'm not sure if you've done any in person. I have, other than Evo. So I go to my locals. It's with school and some things, and lately it's been kind of a busy season. I haven't gone to my locals. It's funny. I was just talking to them on Discord the other day. I need to get to my locals and see what's going on there. But for example, when I was at Evo, when I go to my locals, I see people bring whatever they want to bring. And it was so funny. People get on this 16 button thing. Like, what about these buttons? Are they tournament legal? I wish I could find the picture fast enough. There was a person that made a custom controller, and it was like this big guitar thing at Evo. And they were playing with that. Like, I've seen, even at my locals, I've seen, well, let's call them contraptions. I've seen some contraptions, right? Where they just kind of like whip this thing together, they bring it out. So I would just say reach out to read the tournament notes and the organization before you go, and I wouldn't stress so much, because I see if you start winning the whole tournament, you're at the end, maybe they'll have something to say, but I don't know. I think you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm kind of rambling, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to use different adapter any tournaments. I'm not sure. Yeah, so Nettie, and ask your question again, Nettie, if I didn't answer, but I hope that answers what you're asking. Orville, Magic Boot, Booter 5, Wingman 1. If price was not an issue, I would say Booter 5, Magic Boot, Wingman 1. But with the price, yeah, Magic Boot, Booter 5, Wingman, yeah. And you know what's so funny? Because the Wingman FGC 1, I think, is $60. That sounds like a lot when you say it out loud. But if you have 2 controllers, you can share that one adapter amongst these 2 and a third and a fourth. Just put them all in X input mode. So you're kind of, and like, to be honest, where's my controls on the shelf? I play Call of Duty at night. I use my Xbox Razer controller on my PS5 using I have to use the adapter 2 for that game. And I actually have no issues with it when I play Call of Duty. But only fighting games, that Wingman FGC 2, something's weird about it. I don't know what it is. Because I use that thing I use for hours when I play Call of Duty, or I play like I'm about to start Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima. Tsushima, I don't know. But anyway, I used the Wingman FGC 2 at the end of a Xbox Razer controller that I just had for a long time. And yeah, it works just fine. Go up. I have one on my LVL ABC. Oh, there you go. Yep. So turns require Brook sounds like collusion to me. It's like collusion. Facts. Gee, I wonder where I get the idea from. Yeah, facts. Super cold water. That's a cool name. Super cold water. Super cool. That's a cool name. Super cold water. It's a real shame all the new hot models don't come in 12 button layout. I don't like 16. Here's the pushback I'll give to that. I see where you're coming from, but here's the pushback. I'll show you. They sell this little rubber nub thing. I think it's like $6, and I know it's a $6 tax on your 16 button controllers. I see where you're coming from, but hear me out. If you look at my reviews from last year, even earlier this year, this button's removed on every controller. Because I test them with Tekken. See how my thumb is right here? I play weird. My thumb sits like this for this button. I don't use this. I turn this off. I play like this, and I play these two like this. So I'm completely like unorthodox with Tekken. Street Fighter I play like a normal person, but I'm a weirdo when I play Street Fighter, or Tekken, excuse me. So I take these out, all my reviews. I take the switch out. I put double-sided tape, and then sometimes I even tape it across, but I'll tape this down so I don't lose a keycap. But that's an option, right? But you can also get these, and these are hard to get in. Like this little rubber thing, because of the way it's made and the job it serves, it does its job. But the first time getting, you're kind of like taking a pencil or a pen, just wiggling and wiggling until it locks in place. Once it locks in, it doesn't come out. It's in there. But then you just take your keycap and drop it on top, right? And the reason I'm bringing this up is being able to go from 12 to any 13. Because again, I pretty much play 15. I don't even use these two. I put my L3 and R3 up here. So in this one, I don't even use these. So technically these two come out. Like my Sapphire, these are removed. I play 12 standard and these are gone. And these are my L3, R3. And the reason I'm saying this is you may switch games one day, and being able to just do whatever you want down the road, there's a lot of value in that. So I see your point where it's like, look, I don't need this garbage in my controller. I want it beautiful. You want it based like this. Like, I just want it clean with the 12 buttons. I kind of want to be done. I see exactly where you're coming from, but it's not as big as an issue as it sounds. I hope that's coming off right. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Because I see where you're coming from, but I hope that makes sense, that rebuttal. Mohammed, if you were to choose one adapter regardless of price, what would you go for, specifically fighting on PS5? At this moment, I have seen the Brooks more, the red one. Where's my bag at? I've seen this adapter out and about, just because it's older probably, but I've seen this out and about more than anything else, right? But I would probably tell you to get the Brooks version 2, only because the PS5, I don't know when it's going away. So like the PS6 came out tomorrow, I would think, because they're $60, right, I would think that this would carry over next, right? And the May Flash plays fantastic. I just think a lot of people don't know about it, but it plays just fantastic. I have no issue with this thing. It plays fine. So, so when it comes to like input and lag and everything else, in the end, Mohammed, I would say they're all the same, right? The ones I'm very particular on are the booters because of the size, right? Like this is twice as tall as the Booter 5, but the price is twice as less in today's market, you know. So I don't want to go too deep down the road. And then where'd you go? Where are you? This guy. This one. This is the cheapest. Like, it's so funny. In today's market. It's falling. In today's market, this is twice as small, but twice the price of this. This is twice as small, but twice the price of this. So you really are doubling up to get more compact every time, which is a benefit, because see how big this is? You're more liable to bend and break this and snap this by accident, right? Or just something like that. But you know, when it comes to these full stick adapters, yeah, I can't think of a preferred one at the time of me thinking right now. My brain's like slowing down, but I hope that makes sense. I think I'm answering your question, but anyone else is curious too, like, oh, if you're really on the fence, I would have to tell you, get the one that's cheapest. Well, I will say this too. The May Flash, these can be finicky. And like, what do I mean? There's a button right here on the side you hold, because this has different modes. It's like if you're on Xbox or what's this say? Xbox, X input. Why would you need an adapter for PC? I don't know. Like Sega Genesis. There's all these different modes, right? And as soon as you plug in, there's a light. So when you plug in, if it's not working, you will have to hold this down for 3 seconds and the light will change color. Give it 10 seconds, press home. Didn't work. Hold it for a second till it changes color. Give it 10 seconds to load, press home. So on the Xbox, I've never seen a PlayStation, but only on Xbox, there are days where this, and again, I do not update mine. I just take them out the box and play. Where you just have to you're like jumping through the modes to get back to the working mode. Why? I don't know, but that's the weirdest thing I've seen on Mayflash. The Brooks are pretty much plug and play, but there's 2 of them, right? So you're kind of like guessing which to get. So I don't, yeah, when it comes to the longer adapters, there really is no, I don't know. There's no best. I've never grabbed one and be like, oh, where's my other one? I never had. The only time is when I play a PS5 only game, I need the Brooks, the black one, right? But yeah, I hope that makes sense. Go. I feel like the FGC 2 is best for being able to use your favorite 3D party controller, favorite third-party controller. In fact, Sin called it. That's right. It's like it's the one's going to go on the longest. If you're going to spend $60, you might as well buy the FGC 2, just cause, right? FGC 1 just works optimally for fighting against fax. That's a good point. Yes, that's a really good point. Or well, it would be pure cinema if that 100% tariff kicks in and the Bootify goes to 50, 60, 70 or $90.
Bruh.
And what's scaring me too is, yeah, that would be, oh man, that'd be horrible. That would be so horrible. And as people all, I can't talk. Why gotta talk today? I need some water. Let me get some water. given that we're playing on Leverless, right? And there's so many models now, these 100 to 130% tear, whatever they plan to do, imagine the R16 being $120, this being $200, $220, this being it's 120 now. It's 110, right? Yeah, or it's 120. Yeah, this would be $240. That'd be insane. That'd be insane. That would be insane. And the M Ultra Gen 2 is 199 still. You're not buying any Ultra to pay a tariff to get robbed. Or we were dropping gems. Or what got me? He got me on that one. You got me. Since in the hot blocks, you can usually get some decent coin discounts on those. That's a good point. The hot blocks are super cheap. Just be careful installing them because the first time is a nightmare, and it's on purpose. Once they get in, they don't come out. So you know you're paying for what you get. Just don't like jerk it in your board and bend your board or really get overboard trying to get it to lock in, because it is a challenge. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a challenge getting in there, but just be careful. 12 button layout is for masochists. Hot blocks for the win. I have enough controllers that I could just choose which one complies to the least issues. That's a very good point, Sin. We're playing on 12 button layouts, basically like driving a 1896 quadricycle. And I'm laughing, but I took this one with me. Like, I still play 12, but as far as what I purchase, I definitely purchase 16. Like, I will purchase 16 and just turn off the things I don't need, because then down the road, like if I'm playing 2XKO or I'm playing Street Fighter, I can now turn this back on and do, like, you know, Super Punch, Super Shield, all that different stuff on different buttons, right? Whereas if they weren't here, I'm kind of locked into all of these too. So definitely, I'd like to say I like having the 16 buttons just because the variety. That's a comment I'll take respectfully. Super Cold Water's like, I'm not taking this. I like. Shout out to Super Cold Water having a good. That's so funny. And Orville, that's so funny. FGC1 only work gets burned when the FK2 acknowledges the PS5. Yeah. If they had a, yeah. You know, the HA10 is the HA10 PS5. I think it is. Orville said it's all jokes. Cold Water, it's all jokes. Super Cold, facts. Shout out to Super Cold Water. Orville, Booter 5 Gen 2 will drop the COSMOX selling for $70 and be half the size of the current. Yeah. Oh, the Gen 2 Booter 5. Yeah. Maybe the PC thing is something the Linux folks. For Linux, I guess. Okay. Is this with some control? That's a good point. Merlin, shout out to Merlin. Happy Sunday, Merlin. Haute42 comes out with the M Ultra Gen 2. Meanwhile, my HA10 is still coming. Oh, that's Merlin. You got one too. Oh wow, you're still waiting too. He said, "I know the pain." And it's so weird that for Melica's, with their FK2, they did such a good job of saying, like, look, here is the pad, order it, it's ready to go. Yeah, maybe it's the Arcade Shock's partnership. And again, there's no hate on Arcade Shock, but you know, like, I wonder what happened. It's just kind of weird. I wonder what happened there. Kunal, shout out to Kunal Monhouse. I can't talk. Happy Sunday, Kunal. Happy Sunday. He's doing his doctor, about to be Dr. Kunal Minhas. Hope day is going well. He's going very well. We're looking at the new Haute42 M Ultra Gen 2 over here. And we just realized the Gen 1 is about to kind of be out. Well, they kind of lumped everything here, didn't they? Huh, interesting. So if you guys like the metal S with the base, the full-size base, and you like your tighter spacing, the M Ultra it appears to be, might be on its way out, and you may be only able to get essentially a C. It's basically a C, right? Where's the C? Right here, boom. And the C is tight. The C is tighter space. It just has rings around it, which it's not an issue, right? I'm not knocking, because the C is fantastic. I think to see with the price is the pad I almost recommend to people now is like default almost nowadays, because it really is a good starting point for anyone, I think now. But if you want the C and you want metal with the left pinky, there's the M Ultra Gen 2. And I wish they would have called something else at Gen 2, because that makes me sad. The M Ultra, the Gen 1 is kind of gone now. Wow. And that makes me sad, because it's a really good pad. HA10 pre-order got me feeling like a clown. Oracle's like, Oracle and Merlin are like, look, they want to cuss so bad. They're like, look, we're trying to keep it politely here, because on YouTube. But yes, I definitely know y'all pain. Kunal just traded for a Victrix Pro Kailh last night. Oh, nice. Remapping buttons on the fly is absolutely game changer. Really should check it out if you get the option. That is definitely on my list. The Victrix Pro Kailh. And I reached out What can I say without saying? I will say that some of the hiccups that the conversation went was, it's a lot of it's tariff based. Which you wouldn't think so, but it was. So I'm going to try to reach again, and like I'm going to keep pushing, because I really, now that my MX collection is growing, I'm getting a lot of questions about more MX style packs. Because the Quamba Sapphire is so affordable, people are asking the same question: should I get the Sapphire, or should I get the Victrix Pro KO? And there's another one too. My brain's slipping right now, but you get the point. Or the X series, right? It's all these different things are coming up, and I need that one in to really give a comparison of the Quamba to the Victrix Pro, because they both have the parts inside the box, whereas the X series, it's all in the case, but it's, you know, it's a little different. So yeah. But wow, Kunal's on the come up. That's a good deal. Orville, I could have taken that 370 for the HA10. Oh, and pre-order my Vermillo, and that stuff would have arrived last business week. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. You give someone almost $400. That's a whole that's an whole, well, pre-tariff. That's a whole Xbox. You know, that's a PS5 digital edition. I think $399. Like, you almost bought a whole PS5, and it hasn't shown up yet. Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts. That's nuts. Pro KO is very good if you want game on the foam mod. I got you. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Orville has a foam mod to I haven't played with it yet. I've seen it. You know, we all go into events. You're like, oh, that's cool, but you haven't fought a match and lost. Because when you lose is when you really start noticing, do I like this thing? Because I'm getting my butt kicked and I'm getting pissed. That's when you start knowing, do I like this? Right. So that's a good point. That foam mod would be really nice to make it kind of quiet. That's cool. I need to do a video on that ASAP. Yeah, for the X. Just been busy with work and interviews. Yeah, and shout out to Orville. Hope you get your job soon. Let's put it right there, babe. I hope you get the job soon, and good luck and all that stuff. Yeah, shout out to you, because I know those ITs. Some of their stuff they ask us for is nuts. I made the Pro scale. You can review it. Definitely send it my way. my emails and the YouTube thing. Well, we could talk on Discord chat. What I'm thinking, but yeah, I would definitely review and send that back to you. Because yeah, and compare the two. Come down. I can't see. I'm going to meme HU10 so hard after 2X2 has released. Meanwhile, HU10 still coming. Merlin's like, this is BS. I had enough of these reindeer games. Foam mod, I got to look into. Yeah. I saw it on the server though a little while back. Nice. Hotpad and DOIO drops a whole collab for the HU10. You know, that's a very good point. Yeah, that's a good point, because when it comes to new models, DOIO does not get the credit they deserve. They come up with, even hot, a lot of people are copying. My battery's on. What was that noise? Okay, I got something sent to me. But that little bling they threw me up. What was that? Lost my train of thought. But yeah. Gotta swap the Switch with something I like more though. Yeah, because I think it comes with the Kailh, the Cherry Speed Silvers and the Victrix. That seems to be like the standard Switch now for MX, which is nice in the red, but still it's a little they're not mushy or flat. The Cherry Speed Silvers. You know what it is, Kunal? It's the keycap, or like the key has that clip in place. They're a little bit heavier, and I think because they're on rails, they're like locking in. I think the plastic's sliding on itself, and they have it just like, because you're kind of like this, right? So it's like rubbing on the plastic. So I think it slows down the pace of the Switch. So when you try a different Switch, it should feel a little different. Yeah. No one has my phone with mod confirmed. Yeah, facts. Yeah, Orville's on it. He's on it. Merlin, you said a lot of things. We'll copy what? Get you back on track. Copy what? Get you back on track. Yeah. But I'm excited to see this thing in person. I'm really excited to see what, and hopefully, I should probably do an unboxing. Because fun fact, usually what I do is I unbox before I'll record myself unboxing it, and then I'll start playing. Because I usually do 10 to 20 hours per pad. Like, I don't know if y'all know that. So when you watch my reviews, I'm not just doing a commercial and all that stuff. I genuinely play with these things for 10 to 20 hours before I even do the review, because I think everyone's played with something like, oh, this feels good, or you play with something, this feels bad, and you start winning or losing, and then that's when you really start figuring out, okay, I'm getting pissed, like something's not right. Like, I'm trying, there was one of the pads I had that was like, oh, this is great, And then I started losing. Oh, no, I know what it was. The Vermillo FK2. Let me draw. This pad here, I almost owe an apology to this pad because out the bottom, it feels great. Like it's weighted, has a grip, like everything feels nice, right? It's a plastic top, but the base is all it's foam, it's metal. It's very dense. Like you're getting what you pay for. It comes with and this comes with the best large case I've ever played with. Like it's very like dense and it's like yeah. But when I was playing with the switches, at first I'm like, they don't feel they're fast because they're almost like a speed silver. They're fast, but whatever it is, when you first start playing with this, you're like, is it flat? Like you don't use like something just feels different coming from a Kailh, right? It just at the time, I don't think these were out at the time, so you're coming like a windage and a ghost. Like it's just more travel, right? So these are something like these are actually like the Tikitaka Panda V2s feel something like this, right? But anyway, so I couldn't figure what's going on, but then I start playing with this thing, and every time I play with this thing, I'm winning. I don't know why. So that's why I review so long. And again, like a lot of times my wife will go get, like I drop them off in the morning, she'll pick them in the afternoon. So when I get off, well, I mean, again, I'm still looking for a job now, but I'm actually doing contract work right now. But when I stop my contract things and like between 4 and 5, 4 and 6, I have time to kind of play and do whatever I want to do. Because a lot of times she's like, you know, I used to cook, but she's like, look, I want to cook. So she'll do it. Why am I giving you all my business? You're telling all my business. Point being is this. I have a good hour to 2 hours Monday through Friday to kind of like just like zone out and do whatever I want to do. So that's when I do most of my review times and really like lock in. And that's when I can really tell when I'm liking something, when I'm not liking something, when this controller belongs to this game and not this game. You know what I mean? Like that's when I really could feel, okay, oh, that's what that noise was. That was my timer. I was supposed to play Street Fighter. I was like, what does that sound? I just added a new feature to my board over here, these timer countdowns. That was my timer to go play Street Fighter. But yeah, that so when I first started playing, I couldn't figure out what it was. But now every time I play with this, I'm happy. I'm like, oh, you know, I know what it feels like. I know what to expect. And it's fast. Like this is a good pad. Really good pad. And the price of this thing is really, really affordable too. Really good pad. So too much stuff on the floor. I'm gonna step on it. Best switch for Pro KO are the Raptor Extremes, no question. You know what's so funny, Orville? I just got the Raptor Extremes in, and I'm supposed to put them in a pad. I got to figure out which pad I want to put them in. I might just do the Sapphire because the Sapphire feels like dialed in right now. Because I don't have a lot of MX pads. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. If I had to, yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Mohammed, not gonna lie, it's scary that you saying you get issues with the FGC2 for fighting games. And you know what's so weird though, Muhammad, is that when I use it on fighting games, I don't know what it is, like something is weird. But like in full transparency, some nights I'll be up on Call of Duty just because like I can't sleep. I'll be playing it for 4 to 6 hours more. Like I'm really putting my business out there. I'll be playing that game for hours, for like we'll say 10 to 2 in the morning. That's 4 hours right there. Because it's so like DMZ is so fast, you don't realize how long you've been playing, right? And I've never had a missed input. I never had my gun go off by accident. Everything is normal. But when I put these in X input mode and I plug it in, maybe it's, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my adapter because I have an extension cord. Maybe my USB extension cord to this desk, because I have two. I have one going to the desk, one going to my chair. The two separate ones. Maybe that cord's going bad because when I use it on fighting games, I just get weird quirks. I'll be doing tournaments. I'm like, what the heck is happening here? Like something's off. Now you got me thinking because it's probably me. It's probably me. Or I mean, it's the cord. It's probably the cord going to my desk compared to going to the other way. Now you got me. I'm gonna try it next. What do I have going on next week? I need to make a. Where's my paper? I need to write this down. I need to make a note. I need to make a note to test this out. Make sure it's personal wooden dummy. Okay. Yeah, I gotta hit the wooden dummy too. But anyway, I'll make a note to test the wingman FGC2 on desk and chair. Just because I never thought about it. That my extension cord would be going bad It's like a 6-foot USB-C, USB to USB extension cord. So I could get my PS, like PS. I'm gonna tell you get the point. I'm gonna tell my whole bits out here, but I never thought about Muhammad to say that. I think that's probably what it is. Because I'm like, when I play fighting games with the Wingman FGC2, I get annoyed every time I do it. Like something weird or quirky happens, and I'm like, all right, I'm not dealing with this nonsense. But I'm like, I play Call of Duty, and I never have an issue, not once. And I'm using an Xbox controller on PS5 with that adapter, so I should get some type of weird thing, and it never does. So that's yep. You just helped me solve it. Shout out to Mom. He just helped me. Wait, what was up at the wrong thing? Whoops. Yes, sir, is what I want.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Shout out to
sir.
Mom. Got me thinking over here.
Yes,
Sunday.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Best switch. The Kailh Saker MX are very good too. Did I get the Kailh Saker MX? So those are the Falcon Saker MX. Because the Saker Falcons are fit. I think, did I just order these? I think I just got these. So on the Quamba Sapphire, I started to put these on there, but these feel a little soft. Like these would be good on the X series, because the X series is just, it's just a standard keycap. So it's super light, right? And where's my X? So here's what I'm trying to say. The keycaps on the X series, they just go right on top. They're super light. They go right on top. And these are the ice creams, but they're basically like a Saker. They're super light, right? So these switches feel fantastic. They feel very good on this pad because they don't. But any pad I've used with the clips, like the 8-Bit Do, the Razer Kitsune, the Quamba Sapphire, I think I have one more with these with the clip-in things. Because they clip, they're just slightly heavier because they're almost like the double size of a keycap. So it's like almost like, I mean, I say like it's so heavy. It's double the weight, which is not much to be said, but you get the point. So, yeah. And I've been slacking. I need to get this done. This is the Tikitaka M3 with the Gateron Kasumi switches. I need to get this done next week. Like, I have to get this done. And you're probably wondering, why is this pulled out? We gotta talk. I need to get that done. So we can talk. I need to get that video done so we can talk about the things I like, pros and cons of that controller. Elden Ring haters. That's a funny name. Shout out to Elden Ring. Shout out to Elden Ring hater. Happy Sunday for Tekken 8. What do adapters to players prefer at Evo? Okay, for Tekken 8, what adapters do players prefer at Evo? Sorry for the bad English. I just noticed what I said. Okay, no problem. I was like reading that, like what? Shout out to Elden Ring hater. For Tekken 8, what adapter do people use at Evo? The Booter 5, FGC2, because both are equal in price. So it's kind of confusing. Okay. So given the price of the tariffs, the Booter 5 used to be, oh, I'm sorry, wait, Orville Doc, pay me, I'll send it in the box, brand new. Mod will be installed though. Oh, nice. FK2 is cinema. Oh yeah, I'll ping you afterwards, and I bet I forget because I have some homework to do. So I'll try. I need to write this down because I will forget, but I'll ping you after. So for events and things like that, just period, right? When it comes to adapters and things you need, if you have multiple pads, or you're going to buy like you have one, but in the back of your mind, because most people that have Leverless, I'll be honest, they have 2 or 3 pads. That's becoming the norm, right? Because the price is so good. If you have 2 or 3 pads, I would just tell you get the FGC2. Right, because that way you're putting all your pads in PC mode. You just take your cord, plug it right into the end of the adapter, and just play with any pad. Like, if I'm playing Street Fighter, I grab this one. I'm playing Tekken, I grab that one. I'm playing 2X Kailh, I grab this one, right? I just do whatever I want to do, and you don't have to think twice about it. If you only have one, you will always only have one, and that's your lifestyle. You're now asking for the Magic Boot or the Booter 5. 6 months ago, before the tariffs hit, I would tell you get a Booter 5. This was $35, but your AliExpress tokens and coins and blah blah blah. We'll say it's $40, right? Whatever the price was, it was $30 some. oh, excuse me, $35. You would get this, use your coins in the AliExpress app, bring this down, because I was getting them for like, for like 125, 127. That's like dirt cheap for these booter 5s. And then you would just buy that, plug it in, don't think about it ever again. But now that these have gone up in price because of the tariffs, now they're like 50, 60 bucks. Don't do that. Don't buy it. Just don't. There's nothing wrong with it, but the price, you're getting more value with something else. I would tell you to get a standard booter 5. It's going to be twice as tall as this sticking out of your controller, right? But if you only have one and the port is on the top, if it's on the top, you're even better off. If it's on the side, like this is on the side, the booter 5 will stick out a little bit, so it's kind of weird. But you know, if you have $60 to burn and you need an adapter now, I would probably tell you to get the FGC2. That way you have months and years of time with this one adapter, and you can buy all the controllers you want and just use them, you know. So that's a long answer to a short question. But Elden Ring hater, I hope that I know, I'm not sure if you speak good English, so I hope I said that clear enough you understand what I'm saying, and I hope I hope that makes sense what I just said. Because again, as far as adapters and booters, none of them are better. They all do the same job. Because to be honest, they're not really doing anything. They're just telling the console, "Hey, I'm a real controller. Don't kick me out." That's all they're saying. But yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to ramble. But I hope that answers your question. I hope that's clear English where you understand what I'm saying. Merlin, your Tikitaka 2 is finishing soon. Meanwhile, my HA10 is still coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh,
sir.
that is so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know, it's so funny. I'm actually excited for this X series. So the weird thing about this X series 101 that's coming out, I'm going to put it out in 3 different days. And I know you're like, well, why? Just put it out at one time. I know, right? But the reason I have to do that is the algorithm has changed. So I'm going to have to put part 1 out on Monday, which is like a super basic explanation of the X series. It's so generic that I should probably do it in reverse. But anyway, part 1 is already uploaded to YouTube. It's already there. Just waiting to get posted. I gotta make a thumbnail, but that's going to be out. Tuesday is when I post shorts. So I'm probably going to post the short on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday will be the rest. The joystick is Wednesday, and then the Joy-Cons is Thursday, and that'll be what, yeah, I'll probably just do it that way. Because the whole point is, in 2 weeks, they're going to be evergreen content. So over the next 2 weeks, the next year, those 1, 2, and 3 will just be played in order. But as far as release for YouTube, if I do 3 videos in one day, it kind of gets confused. It's like, why are you putting out so much content when you never do this? And then they'll send it out in different order. So some people see the 2, some people see the 1, the 3, and it throws the numbers. YouTube's a mess. For those that don't know, as a content creator right now, we're struggling right now. It's a mess. Elden Ring hater. All right, thank you for the insight. Okay, good, you understood. I like your enthusiasm and motivation when talking about leverless controllers. Hope you stay happy for the rest of your life. Shout out to Elden Ring hater. Shout out to you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Right now, I'm wrapping up my master's program. I have 10 more months. I'm not wrapping anything up. So I'm getting my butt kicked, and my happiness has been very low lately. So when I come here, it's fun to talk up with you guys and just have fun and just cut up, you know, talk like grown-ups. We do a bunch of pause jokes, stuff like that. But, you know, it's all in good fun and no bad intent. And I'm not sure what country you're in, but I hope wherever you're at, things are going good. And I hope the tariffs aren't hitting any of you guys too hard, because trust me, in the States, you guys, I think the rest of the world, I don't watch worldwide news, right? I don't know what the impression of the U.S. is. I mean, outside of politics, like you guys don't know, as someone just living and working every day, we're feeling it just as much as everyone around the world is. So yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. But we can talk about controllers and we have fun, and then we get to play and kick butt, right? We get to play and have some fun. So yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to Elden Ring. I like that name, Elden Ring hater. He's like, this game is trash. Elden Ring hater. That's such a specific. That's such a specific. Oh, Orville. Too bad on YouTube you can't. Imagine if Orville and Merlin, if they dash their name and it's like Orville HA10 hater or HA10 waiter. That sounds weird. HA10 expector. I can't think of the word. That'd be funny. That'd be funny if you could change, like, put an extension on your name of, like, you know, still waiting. You know, I mean, that's so funny. That's so funny. That's so funny. And the Raptors, where are the Raptor switches at? The Raptors, because I have those. Geon works. This keyboard. Geon works. I think it's the Extremes, though. The Extreme version 2. I think is it this one? They have a Hall Effect version. Look at this. I didn't know that. Get out the way. They do have a Hall Effect. Wow. Interesting. It'd be cool if these worked on a Vermillo, but I don't think they do. No, because that's a different bottom. That's a metal on the bottom. That's different. That would be cool if they worked on there though. This is the extreme. That's the original extreme. This I think the version 2. That's version 2. Yeah. And I have these. I just haven't put them in and test them out yet because on the Sapphire I have currently on the Sapphire I have the cherry, not the Kailh, excuse me, not cherry, the Kailh. And I just had these at the house, so I just put these on there. And you know, full transparency too. You know, what's so funny. When I ordered these switches, the Turbo Speed Soda is what I have. When I ordered these, I got the idea from the ASI LVL, and I think I typed something in wrong at Amazon, and I was like, okay, that was it. I just ordered it, and not really realizing. Then once it came, I was like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. But yeah. Or they work in the Nova Blade. I need that Nova Blade to stop playing games so I can order April. So the Nova Blade. Oh, it's a TV show. That's cool. Ori's first Leverless. So like so King J had, like, it's out. It's just not on the US. I don't know why it's not. I do know. I think a lot of this, I'm just going to be honest. I do think a lot of this is tariffs. I really, really, really do. Like, I'm not even going to front. So it's only 104 in Asia. That's Play Asia. Where's Play Asia? Is that a legit store? Oh, come back. Play Asia. Oh, whoops. Play Asia. There you go. See, it only says Asia right now. Compatible with PC. And so it's not in the States yet. But I'm really curious about this one too, like, because the rumors I'm hearing, everything's soldered in. That makes me very nervous. And the keycaps, see how it has to clip in keycaps? I already know these keycaps are going to be a little bit, not heavy, they're just going to be a little different feel. So you're going to want a different switch than the Speed Silver. It's going to feel nice. Like, and again, I try to be careful the way I talk about this because this, I put the reds up top. I don't use reds on any of my controllers, right? They're like extra switch. I don't play with these two buttons. This is my L3, my R3 in every controller. L3, R3, right? So I put the switch I don't use in here. Most of you guys are opening your box and you're playing with reds out the box. There's nothing wrong with them. But once you felt better, you won't go back. But out the box, there's nothing wrong with them though, right? Because they're just rattly, they're a little mushy. Like, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole, but once you upgrade off the reds, you will clearly know, like, oh wow, like this is different. I like this, you know. But once you go back to the reds, you're just like, So some of the keycaps on the Speed Silvers can make them feel like a red. I forgot who I was talking to. I think it was Travis. I forgot who. And they had the Qualcomm Sapphire. This is before I was still going through the testing process, and we were talking about it. He was like, yeah, something feels a little flat. But what's so nice about the Qualcomm Sapphire is they're so easy to customize that, you know, you can't even hate on it. They did a really good job for the price. It's a fantastic pat. But yeah, so this is what I have on there now, and these feel great. But I need to get these Raptors a go. I got to figure out what I'm going to do with my Raptors. And these, like I said, I have these two. I have the ice creams, which might be the same. I have something similar to this. I'll put it that way. And, or did I buy these? I don't remember. I have to look. I think I got these. And I like these a lot. Just, they need a lighter keycap to get that full feel. Because from what I could tell so far, with the clip-in or a heavy keycap, it makes, it's just heavier. So it makes the snap, also to give clarity, those that are getting to this space more, what I'm saying is when I press this down, when I let go, I want to get up as fast as I can. Like I hold it, because we all have force, right? I mash. So you guys watch me play, I'm mashing like a madman. I'm going crazy, right? But when I let go, I want to get back so I can hit it again as fast as I can. That's why for certain things I'm doing, I love a short travel switch, because as soon as I let go, it's ready to get hit again. It's like super, like boom, boom, boom. I can just go right back at it. You know what I'm saying? But it can be an issue with things like Tekken, where Tekken has a move that's called Wild Rising. And what that means is when I hold this and I'm holding it. I hold down, but this is down. I hold down and I press punch, right? When I'm holding down, I press punch, that's one move. When I let go and I just press punch, it's another move. So that's two moves. If I hold this and in between going up, fully up, it's called while standing. So when I let go, the character like lifts up. When I let go and press that as fast as I can, he does a while standing, especially Kazuya does a while standing. Well, with the Sacred Falcons and the Shadow Hunting, because the travel's so short, I had to be faster with because the while standing happens sooner. Whereas these standards, the while standing is there, it's just a slower reaction to get up. It's such a weird statement, but you know, yeah. The work notably, I need I need that no blade. Stop playing games. We can open order facts. Kailh also dropped Jellyfish HE. Did I see that? Did I see those? Ugh. There it goes. I'm like, why is this thing fighting me? Jellyfish box. That sounds... What is this? New switches. And fun fact, I'm colorblind, so all this clear and copper, I can't really see what's happening. Oh, there. Okay, this copper. I see. It's a standard MX switch. Okay. So it's not Hall effect. Full transparency. I like... Oh, these are crystals. These are like the Haute42 crystals, but they're mechanical. Nice. What's the a long spring? Good to know. Linear. Oh, linear and clicky versions. Okay. Personally, I don't like clicky. They're too loud. Like my wife, she'll be next to when I'm playing sometimes. She's like, "You turn that controller down." Whoops.
Bruh.
Right. Bright backlight. That's pretty. That's always clear. That's nice. What's the force in these bad boys? A 50 plus. Okay. I like that. Yeah, I like these. I like that. That's cool. So linear version, these, oh, that's right, the Y and the X. That's cool. X and Y. I like that. That's a good way to put it. The X and the Y, linear and clicky. That's cool. Elden Ring hater. I like that. Elden Ring hater. Ori Nova's 275. Yeah, buddy. Bruh, just get the Hitbox Ultra instead. They're making it that. I'm on that same fence. Now, we got Ori will be like, Hitbox Ultra's trash. Like, Ori will go off. But when you start looking at those prices, I agree, Elden Ring hater. It's like, I can't call you ED hater because that sounds like something else, right? But when you say Elden Ring hater, like for 275, and you can't, from what I understand, the Ori, you can't change the switches out. They're soldered in, and that's why when you look at the picture, only 3 buttons are being removed. So your first thought, like, oh, okay, I can change them out. Again, I don't have it in person, but from my understanding so far, you can only change out are those gray or white or green? I don't know what color. I'm colorblind. But those switches are the only ones you can take off. The rest are soldered in. That is not good. That's not good in my opinion. Like in today's market, we've come so far now that it almost feels expected that when I buy something, I should be able to take these switches out and do whatever I want to do with them immediately. Like I should not be locked into your feel. These are my hands, not yours. You know what I'm saying? I should do what I want it. So that's kind of trippy. Yeah, it's kind of trippy. Yeah, but you're spot on. Like that's 275. It's nuts. That's nuts. And I think that's because it's like an import tax. Not an import tax, but whoever this is, they ordered a bunch, and I think they're just selling them here because it's not available in the U.S. What's this Ori store? Is that is? Wait, that's the official store? Oh, wait, what am I talking about? Ori's... Okay, I don't know what they're doing. So, and when you start looking at that price point, that means they're competing with the Victrix Pro KO. And when you start putting it that way, the Victrix Pro, I can't talk, Victrix Pro KO, whether you like that pad or not, KO, y'all can't see, I'm sorry, y'all can't see. What I was saying was, this price here, this is coming from Ori's store. So it's their official store, which is kind of crazy. But when you start comparing it to this, it's kind of like, for $15 more, I get fully customizable controller. I get a metal top. I get a wide base. See, like here, they let you know you can change everything out. They make it very obvious. We're here. Again, I don't own it. You know what's so funny? They were at Evo, but you couldn't, they didn't have it there. I was shocked. I was like, why is this not here? It felt like a given to have this at Evo and it wasn't there. So maybe they're having like manufacturing issues or something's going on. Because I don't see why Ori would not want to get this out as soon as possible. But yeah, I'm observing. I'm not hating. I'm observing because I don't have it in person. I can't give a full explanation. But wait a minute. The C is $86 on Amazon. That's a good deal. It's only $10. Usually on Amazon, like you go to AliExpress, you'll find the controller for like $50, and you'll go to Amazon's $100. So to have a $10 increase, that's really good. Wow. At the O'Need store, wow, that's good. That's official store for Haute42 too. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I'm really excited to play with this. The only, you know what's already in my head, the only caveat I'm already seeing, see the switches have rings. I know they're going to be raised off the base like the R. As long as they're not too tall, it should be fine. If they're 5 or 6 quarters off the base, that's going to be a problem. Because the X series is nice, but the switches can feel tall. So you got to like kind of warn people that look, when you're playing with this pad, if you like MX, the X series switches are tall compared to other things. Or what are you talking about, Doug? Is spring rebound? Yes, the spring rebound, yes. Thus why you like the Ghost low profile so much, because 50. Yes, that rebound, we're supposed to do. Yes. So like I was saying, when you're using some switch, when you let go, the rebound, like the spring, thank you for helping because I'm like running out of, my brain's getting fried over here. That spring, that bounce back, spring rebound, the reds, again, there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like I'm always beating up with the reds. I always feel like I'm always talking about how trash the reds are. There's nothing wrong with them because you never felt anything better. They feel fine. But when you get a different switch, that rebound is so much. And then what's so funny is you'll start finding switches on the same level. Like, oh, these are 35, this is 35. They must feel the same. It's not. Like, what's different? Like right now, the Lofree Hades and the Lofree Specters, I want to say they're the same force, but I like the Specters 10 times more. Like, it was noticeably different. I was like, okay, and this, there you go, boom. So here's these. Oh, that's cool. What are these? They've got more new switches? What is going on here? Lofree's not playing around, boy. Because last year they were killing the market with the Ghosts, the Phantoms, and the Wizards. It's like, yeah, Lofree was really, I love the Ghosts. They're quiet and they're snappy. The Surfer, are these Kailhs? What is this? This is brand new. That is a Kailh. What force? They're 40. Wait a minute, what is this? I accidentally found new switches. Like, wait, what is this? Interesting. Okay, I'm not going to bore y'all looking. I'll start looking like, what is going on? What I'm looking at here is, so you know what my mind's thinking. My question is, first of all, what force is it? Boom. I always go there first. Then the next thing is, okay, why, right? So I start looking, okay, what makes, this is a 40. This is a 40. They got to be linear clicky. It's got to be like a tactile linear clicky thing. They don't have the full details. That's weird. Spring length, response travel, adjustable. There you go. Oh, these are new silents. A new silent linear, and tactile. I knew it. So interesting. Why is the shape different? Huh. So they have a new linear, that's a 40, a new silent linear, but that's the same as the Hades. See, these are 40 linears. These are linear and they're 40s. These are palm. Where's the bottom? Wait a minute. These are, yeah, the placement's the same. These are new switches. The bottom here is different. There's like a clear piece. I wonder if it, oh, I bet you it shines a light better. Okay, let me look at the chat. They probably shine better light. Interesting. I just found a new switch by accident. I was going to make a point now. I lost the whole point. But yeah. Oh, the switch rebound, right. The Specters, I like these. These are really fun switches. I have these on my 8-bit dough. These are fun switches. And they're 40 forces. They're a lot like a wind engine. It's almost like if you were a vendor, you could put these on your pad, right? But they feel really fun on metal. I gotta make sure I clarify. On metal, they feel really fun. They're linear, they're smooth, and they snap back so fast. Whereas the Hades, still the same force. They're both 40s. One's silent, one isn't. Like the Hades are silent, these are regular. But something about the Hades just wasn't as nice as Specter. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't feel as good. You know, I want that good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to snap back.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me come down a little bit. Did I miss it? Did I miss it? Thus, yes, well, you should try the Kailh Saker MX with the 60 spring. Will be in peaches and creamville. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I bet you I need those 60s on like the Sapphire. Something with like a clip-in keycap with a heavier keycap. I bet, because like I said, the Kailh, the light ones feel good on the X series with those small keycaps. But with the I probably need that 60 force on. I can't even talk. I'm losing my mind over here. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're spot on. It's Kailh Jellyfish HE. They are smooth. I have the MX version. Oh, did I type that wrong? I typed it right. Okay, yeah, I got it. It sent me to the regular, not the HE though. That's weird. I'll look for a second. Yeah, if you see Hitbox Ultra on Docstream, I'm crashing. It's coming. I'll tell you right now, it's coming. I have to review it. Like it's in, because for the longest time the Kitsune has been like, look, why would you bother? And then the price dropped to $199, and then it was like, okay, that's reasonable, right, for what they're offering. The Hitbox Ultra, it's $299. It's a box. I got a review. I have to. And it's gonna be so funny seeing Orville hate the whole show. He's gonna get this off the screen. But it's to the point now where those two are the OGs. The Kitsune's been covered. So that OG's been covered. And at $299, I would not take it the Kitsune. I would tell you to get, if you want those Switch, get the Light Fox for $120. If you want that feel, get the M Plus. And then if the price comes down to $199, then you're in a better choice, right, to figure out what you want to do. The Kitsune is good at $199, but $299 is very expensive. The Ultra at $299, like you've already told me all the flaws, so I know it's coming, but I just need to see, I need to play it, I need to own it. That way I know, okay, what is it like owning this thing? And I give the feedback of, should you just buy a $5 or get the cheap box? The hitbox, excuse me. All that stuff, yeah, that's so funny. He said, I'm crashing out. Nice. So the motherboard standoffs I bought should work for allowing me to raid my RP2048. I can't read. ABBs throughout the wire and the board. Oh, nice. Raising that. There. Oh, you're talking about. Okay, it's on Orbital. Gotcha. So I remember using that approach. DOIO Kailh HELP I have coming, boys. I can't wait to see the DOIO Kailh HE. I saw that on AliExpress, and because it's out there now, that's really good. And the new board, it's gonna be nice. And the new Lofree have new LED pass. That's what I thought that was, because I was trying to like do it fast. I was like, I'm looking at it without looking too long. That's what it appears to me, is that they're trying to help you get the light to shine through better. So that's really nice. Because again, I don't really care about lights, to be honest. I play in the dark half the time. Well, it's daytime, but like the lights are off. Because I stare at the screen all day, so my eyes need a break. Okay, so let's say we gotta get these in. Yep, we gotta get these in. So the surfers are linear, so I'll get these in. And then the Void are linear, silent. You know, I didn't reach out to them because I reviewed so many of their Switches and actually like them. Like, I'm not just like talking out of my A. I actually use these things, and I'm in their Discord server too. I'm gonna reach out to them. That's a must. Let me put them on my other computer. Because Lofree, like when you're in the server, they're actually really, what's the word? They're very appreciative. Like, hey, you try our stuff out. Let us know what you think. Review our stuff. Let us know. So I'm going to reach out to them for Surfer. And the Hades, again, I feel like I'm always hating on the Hades. There's nothing wrong with them. They're the only Lofrees that, again, I'm wondering too if it's the pad I put them on. Because again, I can't stress enough, the materials of the pads you use will change the feel of the Switch. Like, you'll hear us talk about these shadow hunting, how great they are, and you'll throw them in your, I don't know, you name it, your acrylic something, and you're like, yeah, but they feel flat. Like, it doesn't feel like it's coming back fast enough, right? The materials they're on, or you get like a really soft Switch that's really fat, like a wind engine, and then you put the wind engine on, again, an acrylic, you name it, and you're like, why does it feel kind of flat? Or doesn't like it, the feel isn't what I like. That's just kind of part of the process. You're gonna find the force and the feel, and based on the base plate material. The top doesn't matter because you're really touching the bottom, not the top. The top just sits here. The bottom is what you're really looking for, and that base is what will let you know the feeling you're looking for. So, yep. Yeah. So just you'll find it. You'll find it. I can't see. Come back. The new Lofree have new LED pass. Yeah, you caught it, Orwell. Yep, you caught it. Good catch. I'll put that back so people can see what we're talking about here. The Surfer. I like the name Surfer, Void, and what was the other one called? Oh, Void is a cool name because Void means like no sound. Void. I like that. Are these palm? They are palm too, so they should be really smooth. I bet you the Hades are not palm. That's probably why I don't like them. I use regular switches, don't get me wrong, because I like the deep sea instants. I love those switches, and they're not bomb. Get out the way, Pulse, please. Get out the way. 1, 2. So Surfer and the Specter, I think, are going to feel similar. The shape is different too. Interesting. I just need to make sure they're not like HE. They're not obviously not HE, but I'm using the wrong word. Excuse me. That they're going to fit a standard Kailh low profile because they look different. Like something looks really, really different. So it's making me wonder, are these like a different type of switch? Because it doesn't say Gateron. They're Kailh. It says Kailh at the bottom. Let's put some music on. I need some like background sound. I feel like I'm in a void. It's making me feel weird. Let's turn the sound down. Let's put this one on, I guess. Turn the sound down. I'm sorry. I'm talking about void. I'm like, I feel like I'm in a void. Let me check here. Come back. Yeah, we definitely have to get these in. And what's so funny is I have the Taro ice cream to test out. I have these two. I have 3 different switches to test out. And now with the Taro, the pad releases to slow down. I need more pads to test on because I hate taking my switches out. Something like when I already have them in there. I gotta figure something out. I have to figure something out, huh? And the Phantoms, I don't like tactile switches or clicking and tactile is not there. Since I type on a keyboard all day, I don't like that bump. I want my stuff smoother when I'm playing a fighting game. That's just the way my hands feel. But there's not like, again, my joystick has tactile and all that clicky and all that stuff. So yeah, it's not a big deal. Do what feels right to you. Let me come down. So I went with brass. Oh, nice. Sin is really hooking his up. I thought about nylon, but worried about them breaking or stripping the enclosure screws. Oh, that would really tick me off. Works fine PI boards regardless. Did you get an ultra? I'll get an ultra in solidarity. I'm a little slow. I just caught that. He said, you get his hitbox ultra, I'll get one too in solidarity. That is so funny. I have to review this thing. There's no way I can't. But here, I'll tell you where my mind is right now. Here's where my mind is. When I was at Evo, shout out to me. I went 2-2 at Evo, almost 3-2. You know, putting in work with Feng, putting in work out here at Evo. No, I'm a scrub, but I had a lot of fun. But at the event, they had the Hitbox 1. They had those for 160 refurbished, and that came with PS5 compatible. It had a Brooks board inside, basically. Does that make anyone else dizzy when you go to this website? As soon as it opens up, I'm like flipping upside down in my brain. I'm about to pass out. Wait, why is the Classic 300 and the Ultra's 300? Okay, I'm not going to ask any questions. It just is what it is, right? But so if you're at a local, at a large tournament and you want a hitbox, I would recommend picking it up on site, and they should have the version 1, which I hear is like slightly bigger than this box. It'd be slightly bigger, and I'm losing my train of thought. You get the point. Yep. All that stuff. Like I said, we'll get the ultra, I'll get one in solidarity. That cracked me up. Yeah, okay, that one got me. That one got me. Quick question. What's your hand height and width, thumb to pinky? If your hand is smaller size or bigger, it might get a go. What's so funny is I never had a ruler in the house. I had kids. So I have this ruler here, but it's not I need a full-size ruler. It's down. I don't want to like stop this. It's downstairs. I have to go get it. But I have this ruler. Where do you measure from? Is it from the crease in your hand? Should I do okay, my knuckle. We'll do it from my knuckle, I guess. So that's 6 inches, right? Let's put your hand flat. Okay, so that's like 6 inches there. How can I do this? Just flip it over. Okay, put it like that. So that's the middle of my knuckle, right? So right about there. Don't fall. Crap, now it's upside down. Go this way. There you go. So right there. So it's roughly 8.5. So my hand from here to here is y'all can't see. So from here to here is roughly 8.5. Yeah, something like that. Right, but my fingers themselves. Stick it like wedge it up. I'll wedge it like this. There you go. It's pretty much 4 inches. Whoops, that's loud. That is loud. So essentially my middle finger is about 4 inches long, roughly. Oh wait, I forgot. We're talking international. People outside the country. Let me help do you guys a favor too. Let's talk centimeters here. So in centimeters, for all my international folks, that is 15 centimeters, right? So right about there, plus 6. It's about 21 centimeters. So my hand is about 21 centimeters long. Because it's taller than this. Where's the Kailh keys? It's rough. Yeah, I'm basically the same height as the Kailh keys. Top to bottom of Kailh keys is how tall my hand is, roughly. Because on here, my finger is still taller. I can grip over this. It's taller. I should grab the X series. The X series would be a better example. It's centimeters of my fingers. How long are my fingers in centimeters? About 10.5. Almost 11 centimeters is how long my finger is. Yeah, so like my finger's just long. So, and again, the way I play Tekken in particular, I cramp up because I'm like doing like this. So that the smaller pads, I really cramp, whereas the other ones I get wider. But with Street Fighter, I play natural. I play just like this. And even 2XKO, so playing 2XKO, I play natural. It was so funny with 2XKO, I like it even tighter than this one. So it's so bizarre. Right, but again, play how you want to play. Like, fine, you're here to win, so don't let anyone else tell you what to do. Trini, shout out to Trini. Happy Sunday, Trini. Trini's hanging out with the family. He's out there in the beach. Well, he's on the island. It's so funny. I lived in Hawaii twice, and people really think you're at the beach every day. I mean, Trini might be, but you know, the people really think you're at the beach every day, but really you're working, you're living, you're going to school, all that stuff as a kid, right? And then when you live on an island, what's so funny is, as a child and a teenager, I lived there twice, you're like, oh, after 90 days, you've done everything. You're like, oh, another day on this rock, right? But then now I'm grown. I took my wife back to Oahu. I took her to where I used to live on one military base, on another military base, the local housing we lived in, the local schools I went to with the local boys. Shout out to the local boys in Hawaii, all the titas, all the hot titas. People know what a tita, like your aunt, like the hot aunts. But like, you know, living out there, we went like cliff diving. Did I show you on the video of me cliff diving? Anyway. But yeah, shout out to Trini. Sin, I go balls to walls to make sure my project works how I want it to. Facts. Elden Ring hater. Every time I read that name, I have to like. It's funny because you're like, I hate to, you read like hate anyway. It's so funny. When you review it, I hope you have extra hand criticism. Extra hard criticism. Considering the $300 price tag, you have to tell us if it's justified. We talked about this last week, and here, so in my mind, I kept thinking the hitbox was $399. I kept thinking it was $400. It's $299. So, the question is going to become: Kitsune at $299, Hitbox Ultra $299, Victrix Pro KO $279. Let's not pretend $20 is not far off, right? $20, right? That's still very similar. And my brain just froze. There's another pad, I can't think of what it's called. That's it's the Brooks. The Brooks was $299. That was tough. Where's the Brooks at? That was tough. Brooks. This one was a tough video to make because when I made this video, I had to make sure that I didn't really. The way I told the story on this pad is, I spoke to this as someone who knows they can afford it, knows they want it. Here's what you're looking at, because at $299 the price is too high, but during Evo this was $199. Plays on Xbox, PS5, like all the, so that completely changed the conversation. When you start bringing things down to $199, it's a different conversation. It feels more reasonable. $299 is a push. I see why. And again, I haven't played with the Hitbox Ultra, so I think that's why I'm hesitant to like, oh, it sucks because I don't own it, right? But I see where a lot of you guys are coming from, where it's like, look, yeah, I got to get one in. I got to get one in. And here's the thing: when I was at Evo, you know, or better put, I was thinking about like, well, what if I just get the regular Hitbox in and see if I can review that one? But I think it won't do it as much justice as the Ultra, because the Ultra is their main project right now, right? So you need to speak to that one, not just. I'm probably not saying this right because I'm getting a little tired, but yeah. But yeah, I see what you're saying, Elden Ring, yeah, or what Elden Ring, like, look, we need to know. Bros are the same sound. My alarm has in the morning. You gave me PTSD. Elden Ring jumped out his chair. He's like, oh god, I gotta get to work. Wait. It's the middle of the day. I'm good. Yeah, my alarms are going off in my ear over here. I've hard stop at 3 o'clock. So I have to get this homework. And the homework, most of it's done, but we're doing a group project. Group projects, right? And we all know, like, it's fun, but we also feel like a group project, right? So I need to check in on that and see what, all right, make sure I'm doing my part. I did my part yesterday, but like, see if they reviewed it and also help with anybody that did do their side. But I'm rambling on a tangent. Trini said I'm at work, unfortunately. You can't enjoy the beach, man. Well, no, that's Jamaica. What am I doing? But yeah, Trini, you speak Spanish? Because aren't you guys close to Colombia? I wonder if, or Argentina? No, Argentina's way south. Is it Trinidad? So, yeah, I'm getting tired because I can't even think of how close it is. I know it's closer to the coast because I'm Bahamian. Well, my grandmother was from the Bahamas, so I'm Bahamian by descent. The Bahamas is very close to Florida. Eleuthera is a little far, but okay. Anyway, I want to tell you all my business. Orbital. Okay, so we in the similar ballpark. My issue sometimes is my hand is too tall. Yep, or too wide. Or we got them fat fingers. You got a bunch of long thumbs. That's good. Or we got a bunch of long thumbs. Because my I can't do this. I can't do this upside down. My finger's pretty skinny. Or we got them fat, long and fat. He's like, yeah, but the ladies like it, so shut up. Oh, okay. So the similar ballpark. My issue sometimes is my hand is too tall. Yep, or too wide. It's wide. The HP Ultra is seen as a cardinal sin for me. Oh, the Hitbox Ultra is a cardinal. So is it the spacing? Well, I'm trying to reach out to them again because it's tournament season done. It's inter holidays. Well, I'm gonna see what I can do. I gotta get one in. When I met them at Person Evo, I know they were busy, but them and another vendor, they weren't mean, they weren't rude, nothing like that. They were like, look, enjoy our product, but the vibe of the booth was very busy. Like, it was very, very busy. So I couldn't pull someone aside. Like when I went to Vermillo's booth, it was busy, but it was a different vibe. I think it was the Arcade Shock was there. They were running the booth. They just kind of had them in the booth. So when I talked to them, it was a totally different, it was a better experience. Whereas Hitbox, again, they weren't mean. It was just, they were just busy. So I didn't take it up away. I just didn't get a chance to talk to them and like hand my business card and say, look here, I do reviews. I want to get one in to review and share with the audience and help people make the right choice for them. That's really my goal, is to help people around the world. Because I get so many comments from that are nation, like not which, worldwide. To make sure I help folks, because when I talk to people offline, you really start finding out about the tariffs or just their local shipping service sucks, or the things that people are going through is really wild. Like one person was in Turkey and they were like, hey, AliExpress is available in Turkey. How can I get this? And I was like, look, I don't know. I'm in the States. We're kind of lucky where we can kind of get anything. But you really start making sure you're trying to, even the Brazilians, I talked to my Brazilian fans, it's like, they're paying 100 to 150% tax on everything. So imagine this pad for $300. That's insane. Or imagine the Hitbox. The Hitbox is $600 in Brazil. Now, $600. That's insane. You know, it's crazy. Don't show me that Starburst. You sold me a magic bean with that one. The Starburst, my worst purchase. Leverless, I never bought. My worst purchase. Leverless, I never bought. The Starburst is. And what I did was when I put my artwork in, it comes with Brooks stickers. So I took some scissors and cut them and stuck them inside. This came out really good. And it's so funny, this artwork, again, when DALL-E 3 of ChatGPT came out last summer, that was like last year in May, I think, because my R16 has a DALL-E 3 design in it. I made a bunch of designs. So a lot of the designs you guys see now are from last year because I made a bunch. And I was trying to find a home for them. And yeah, so I did that, and this one just, it fits so well. Because I liked it, but I did, like, it was good, but it was kind of like, I don't know what I'd do with this for. But with this, it looks so perfect. The sword looks perfect. And I put the Starburst here so you know what controller it was. And again, I put branding on all my controllers. I usually put the name in the model so I can figure out what it is. I put the chameleon. So this came out really, and then since they're holographic, when you reflect it, it looks really good in the light. This one came out really good. It came with the white rings. And again, like I said, when it comes to materials, that changes the feel. For whatever reason, the way they felt on this pad, I just didn't really like the feeling. So I put the shadow hunting in here and it felt really great. So boom, I was off to the races. And there you go. Yeah, shout out to Brooks. But yeah, $199, I think this is a good buy. I like this thing. Actually, I just started playing. I didn't bring this out to a tournament again. Like, play with this on stream with tournament again. I had a bunch of reviews lately, but now I'm going back and test. And this, the Enlofin's got to come back out. I got to bring some stuff back out to play on stream. Oh, you're close to Venezuela. There you go. Venezuela's close to Trinidad. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. So I wonder if you speak Spanish because you're so close. You probably speak, so I would imagine you speak English, Spanish, and you're on the island, but you don't speak patois, because patois is more Jamaican, as far as I know. It's like that French, Spanish, English. Oh, let me do my Googles. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to find it for Trinity. Trinity probably. I never asked it before. I forget. Trinidad's language. English. So Barbados English, Guyana English, Trinidad's English, but they have. I know they have a local. Oh, it's called Trinidad English. So although English is the official language, most people speak Trinidad English, a Creole language. A few people, mostly in rural areas, speak French-derived Creole, Spanish, or Hindi. Oh, sorry, because the Indians, I think, came into Guyana. This is like decades ago, and they mixed with the blacks and the Indians and the whites and the locals, which are like Native Americans, and they kind of have like their own thing going. That's beautiful women, beautiful people. So yeah, that's really cool. I love it. Nice, nice. That's really cool. Nice. Ryu, is that Ryu? I know that's a cool name too. New Haute42, yes, Ryu. I knew. Right, I can't read the new. So we all know the M Ultra now. They have a new M Ultra Gen 2. Whoops, wrong screen. Whoops, hold on. Go back. The M Ultra Gen 2, and we also found there's new switches. Shout out to Lofree is killing the game right now. But what's weird, they have the same feel, so we'll see how that's all about. But anyway, the Pulse if you like tactile, the Surfer if you like linear, and now the Silent if you like void. So gotta check those out. How much are these things? And they always have good prices. $60 for 106. That's a fantastic deal. Like Lofree always gives you the best price switches. That's, you know, and they ship fast too. Because I ordered some in like April or May, they came really fast. I don't know if they're in the States or in China. I'm not sure. I think they're in China, but either way, it came fast. And that was like no tariff too. They came like around the tariff somehow. So that was really good. Go back. Look at all my tabs. Go back. And again, we're gonna do another shout out. Shout out to Crafty and Crafty's brother Crafty. He just got married. Shout out to them. Love, good picture. Good picture. Here's the new ones. It's the Gen 2, and from our findings right now, again, I don't have it yet. It's on the way, but I don't have it yet. The top right button here has been moved down. Better way to say it, the top right has been moved over here. So these two are still here, but this is going from the top right to the side left. That's what you're noticing there. And it comes with shadow hunting switches, and it's a C from what I could tell. It's not an S, because the M Ultra is definitely an S. This is, with the rings around each of these keycaps, I can tell just looking at it, it's going to feel more like a C or like an R. C and R feel the same. They're the same family. I have the Haute42 T16 with shadow hunting switch. Oh, God, I love the T. Where's my T at now? Now I got to flex. Now I got to flex. I gotta flex twice because everybody knows ghosts. This shout out to Yozmi Gabe. This is last year. Yeah, he was putting me on to like lubing your switches. Pause. Right? You gotta lube your switch. Right? When you lube your switches, I had ghosts. Because the ghosts there weren't a lot of options back at that time. It's so funny. I'm saying back then. I'm only talking 12 months ago. Really like 14 months ago. It wasn't that long ago, right? So I'm telling like an old man. Back in my day, our switches didn't even have a lube. Right, but so he sent me some of the ghost switches lubed, and his switches are fantastic. Because there's a technique to it. When you lube your switches, you don't want to put too much, and I made that mistake when I was doing it the first time. Like you're like, well, it's not that much. I glazed them, and I glazed them a little too much. Was that a pause? Yeah, I glazed my switches. Pause. And yeah, but the way he did it, I've played with these so many times. These things feel fantastic. So shout out to that. You know, respect the artwork on that tee, but and I'm sorry, I was winning a lot. You can see there's blood everywhere. I apologize. Let me wipe off the blood. A lot of winning happening on this controller. Ugh, get out the way. And then, again, last summer when Dolly 3 was out. So those that don't know, GPT-5 is out now, and it's kind of like one model for everything. But it's good, but it kind of sucks. Like I pay for it. Because I use it for work. It does a decent job, but just the artwork looks not as good. Anyway. And it used to tell you that you would look at your design, you could click a button called info, and it would show you the full script that it made to make your design. So you could copy that, paste it in a notepad, change some words around, paste it back in and say go. And it would spit out designs like this. Yes, I know what you're thinking. Yes, sir. I know, Ryu. I know. He's like, oh my god, I want that. let's dim the light. Can you see in the dark? Oh no, it's too dark. Yeah, this thing's a beast. This design's a beast. It looks so violent, doesn't it? It's just like, oh, just let me work. I'm sorry, there's blood here. I've been winning with this controller lately, so it's, yeah. Ugh, get out the way. But yeah, it's funny. I have the T6 the Shadow Hunting. I have the Shadow Hunting on that one. That one feels really nice. The Hitbox Ultra Omega about to drop before HA 10. That is true, because that Hitbox Ultra Omega one, that one's been on there. I was like, I've seen that so many times and it never, that hasn't even shipped yet. That's such a good point. Because this one's out, the Arc Systems. This, and it was so weird. This still says pre-order, which is so bizarre. And that background makes me so dizzy. But yeah. I'm thinking about buying the C16. Is it better than 10? Okay, very good question. Better is, before we go down this rabbit hole, no controller is better than the other, right? So, and I have to, even though you know this, I have to say this because I get comments from new buyers every day. And I don't want someone to watch this and hear, even when I talk about Switches, I have to be careful when I say Shadow Hunting are fantastic because depending on the pad, they don't always feel so good, right? So, yeah, so let me clear some space and I'll show you what I'm talking. I'll put this back and I'll show you what I'm talking. It's right there in front of me. Okay, so you're asking about the C, the top for the C here. The C is, get out of the way and push the Kailh keys back. Here's the C16, right? And the top is off because I was demoing something. Here is the M plus. The M plus is a T. It's just a metal T. It's called spade spade, right? So the answer I'm about to give you, there are two options for what you want to do. All right. If you like, so you know this button right here on your T, I don't know if you know this. I'm just gonna like say this right. This button is across the whole pad on the T. Okay, so keep that in mind. And the spacing, there's a gap here on your T, so all your switches have a space, right? So for Tekken, I play weird. My thumb, I pretty much play like this. Like my two fingers, my third finger, and my thumb sits here, but I'm holding it like this way, right? So I'm playing like, so this gets, any button here gets in my way, so I take them out. But the wide spacing helps me. I'm not cramped. My hands aren't cramped. They're wide enough for me to play. Okay, and this, you're about to see now why I'm explaining that to you. Here is the C. The C is noticeably tighter. See how this is all tighter, tighter, tighter. That's the same. It's lower. It's tighter, 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 tighter. You see? So the point I'm making too is this: when I play Street Fighter, I like the tighter spacing. When I play 2X KO, I like my spacing even tighter, which is I'll go in the M Ultra. And it's, I don't know why. This is what my hands prefer. I don't know why, but this is the way it works. So the reason I'm saying this to you is, if you're playing your game now and you feel like however you play your controller, the switches feel too wide. Like if you're playing Tekken like this, right? You're just doing like this when you do your moves, like 1, 2, 3. Like you're just bouncing up and down. But you're like, man, my hands feel so wide. You want it tighter. The M Ultra is going to give you the tightest spacing, right? It's going to give you that tight feel. For Street Fighter, this is perfect for me, right? The C is perfect for me as well because it's tighter for Street Fighter. But for Tekken, my hands can get a little bit cramped because I have long hands, so they get a little bit cramped, right? So when you're asking which is better, neither. What you're really asking is, for the game that I'm playing and the way that I play that game, which layout is better? Oh, I forgot one more point. Let me put this down. Where's my stuff? The other point I forgot to make is the keycaps across the C and the M Ultra, right? Your T, it has one T keycap. The rest are smaller. This is a 25 millimeter. These are 23 millimeters. So that's why everything feels tighter, because the keycaps are smaller. You don't need it so wide if the keycaps are smaller. So they made them smaller and they close the gap a little bit, right? So it's the same proportion, it's just a different size keycap, and you have your large on the bottom. So again, whatever game you're playing, if you feel like your fingers are too wide or you like it the way it is now, the C is going to feel better or worse, and that answers your question. And then if the C is not tight enough, you'll want the M Ultra. But the problem is the M Ultra Gen 1, from what I could tell so far, it's almost being discontinued, which makes me very sad, because this controller is a benefit to a lot of people, because I get a lot of comments saying, and when I talk to vendors too, when it comes like the Asian audience, like the East Asian, the way it was explained to me, they liked, I say they, like I'm talking about Africa, like a whole place, right? But the point I'm making is, when I talk to different vendors, there is a preference for tighter spacing, and it's a preference for wider spacing. It's really, again, that's why I always tell people there's no best. It's what works best for you in the game that you're playing. So for me, when I'm bouncing different games, I have 2 or 3 pads, and I'll pick different ones for the game I'm playing. So I hope that's kind of a long answer, but I hope I answer, and I hope it made sense, right? So now you've heard all that. The C is fantastic as a starter pad because the bottom plate is very snappy. So whatever switch you put in here is going to feel very snappy. It comes with upgraded switches out the box. The artwork is you saw me take the top off. Very easy to change the artwork. The lighting on here, if you care about lighting or you don't, is very bright and clear. And the only difference too is the wrist rest is shorter on the C, because with this new top here, see how close this button is to the screw and how close it is to this top row. Since they had the plastic unit, like look at the screen. See how the screen is practically like crashing into these buttons, right? They're all in this. I actually like this, but the point I'm making is still like they're like all in unison. Given this has this plastic bar on the top, imagine having to put a whole plastic strip. See, look, I'm already bumping into this. You have to move everything down to fit it, right? That's what they did. So that's why on the C, everything feels a little bit lower and the wrist rest is shorter. Nothing's changed. They just had to make space for that plastic menu bar. Where is that? So I hope all that made sense. I hope that provided more clarity on what you're looking at, and to help you make the choice for you, right? That again, there is no best. Whatever game you're playing now, however your hands feel playing that game, however your switches feel playing that game, yeah, all the things. I'm pretty sure that made sense. Let me check chat here. I locked my screen. I can't see. Let me check here. I'm thinking about buying the C6S. Never the T. I pay for Super Grok Cloud. I never heard of Super Grok. I've heard of Claw. You know what's so funny? I have Cursor, but VS Code has been so good to me. I haven't really jumped on Cursor yet. I have Chat GPT running in VS Code now, but it's good. It's good. Sometimes it gets in my way. But I usually go to the website when I'm doing something quick, like trying to make sense of something. But anyway, I need to give Claude a shot. GPT-5, 2.5 Pro. I don't know what that is, etc. I'm LLM maxing. Yeah, I've been using. I did a video on my other channel, my Key on Code channel. I did a review of GitHub Copilot, ChatGPT, and there was one more. I forgot the name of it that I did, just trying them all out, and then I ended up sticking with GitHub Copilot. I paid the annual fee for that, so it's definitely worth it. And then for ChatGPT, I wish I had an annual fee, because that one's definitely worth it as well. And Gemini's free, and it gets the job done, but if you're looking for a job, Gemini's fantastic. Because when it was Bard, my wife used it when she was looking for a job, and you know when you get these weird job titles like professor or professional something, you don't know what that means. Bard and Gemini are very good at telling you this title means this job role. So kind of like FYI. I should have told you that the other day, Orville. It's a good FYI. So Ryu, I hope I didn't see your reply, but I hope that makes sense. Ralph Lee, shout out to Ralph Lee. I can't talk. Ralph Lee, happy Sunday. How about the C16S? I had that one as well. I'll show you. So here's C16S, and you know I forgot to mention this. So I saw in the Discord that the Haute42 Discord. See how clear the artwork is on here. First of all, respect the artwork. Let's get respect the artwork, right? You can see how clear that is, right? And this one is. I'll put them side by side. This one looks a little bit flat because you're like, well, it looks fine. No, it does not. Look at that, and then look at that. Right? See how dull now? It looks like more dull, right? So it's not a big deal, but you need to be aware now that and again, I think this is part of the tariffs in that behind the scenes, because I talked to another controller vendor at Evo, they were having a hard time getting their acrylic tops in. So what I think is happening is behind the scenes, the acrylic vendor that made this clear one, maybe they went out of business, like something happened, and now Hot is giving you a frosted, because this was an accessory, now it's the default. The frosted will be what comes with your controller, most likely, depending what run. If you get an older run or a newer run, because it's manufacturing, right? They're going to play the same, but that if your top is frosted, not clear, nothing's wrong. Because I emailed support, I was like, hey, something's not right here. What's my artwork's dull, I do not like this. And they were like, no. And again, when you look at the promotional, the pictures for the controller, it shows you it's frosted. They didn't lie to me. They didn't hide it from me. That's just what's happening now, because I think it's manufacturing is having a problem behind the scenes. But yeah, here's your CS. CS plays fantastic. The pills feel great. But anyone that wants CS, I always preface by saying, don't let the ergo draw you in. That's what it is. You're really asking yourself, for the game that you play, you will remap the pinkies out the box, and you will remap the middle out the box. So for example, Street Fighter, low, medium, high. Where's your super shield and super punch? They're gone, right? There was a drive rush, drive impact. They're gone. They're actually down here, which I did not like. And these are L3 and R3. I didn't like that. So I instantly remapped, you know, the top one either to here or to my pinkies, and the bottom one to here or my pinkies, and I was good to go. So once you do that, it's unique. It plays fine. It's a really nice pad. They're both C's. They play exactly the same. It's just your layout's different. Yeah. So I hope that kind of helps. So again, if you're looking at the CS, you know you want the unique layout, and yeah, I don't know what to say about that, but yeah. Hey Google, set a timer for 2:57. Yeah, so that's kind of what you're looking at there.
Okay, today at 2:57 p.m.
And GPT-5 is the best for sure. Yeah, and you know what's so funny too? 5 is it's gotten, like, when 5 came out, GPT-5 felt a little bit worse than how ChatGPT worked before. But in the grand scheme of things, like when I'm using them all now, 5 still feels better for certain things than others, if that makes sense. Because lately I've been doing Android, React, or Next.js, but Android, Next.js, React, and AWS things like scripting and stuff like that. And I was using Gemini and ChatGPT and all that stuff at the same time, and I was getting like mixed results depending on what I was asking about, right? And also having like, yeah, all that's, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole, I'll like bore people, but yeah, it's interesting. But I need to do what you're doing, Orville. I need to sit down, and I've been so busy. I need to sit down and really dig into making my own, not so much my own chat bot, but like, you know how you can make an experience where the LLM is your back end for, I'm saying this all wrong, just bear with me, is your back end, and people are dealing with your front end that's talking to that. So like I'd run a local Llama, I've done Llama 3, so do like a Llama instance and then have the front end talk to Llama or talk to ChatGPT. You said it last time what you were doing, I forgot the word for it, but yeah, I definitely, what's hard about that is finding the tutorials, and then also MCPs. I have an MCP tutorial that I messed with. I need to really like lock in on MCPs. I think MCPs will be the next thing. And those that don't know, the way things are going right now, you have your LLMs, like your model. MCP, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna bore you with this nonsense. But yeah, it's really, really interesting. Super Rock is very good. They all do well on various tasks. That's a good point. That's the best way to put it. They all do good at different tasks, and it almost feels like a subscription service for like Netflix and Hulu and Paramount Plus. Like you start feeling like I'm kind of throwing money in this one or that one for the because like I'm bouncing like Android, AWS, and Next.js React. I kind of had to send questions to different tools to get the right answer. So it's a very good way to put it. Like I probably need to get Claude or SuperGrok. I look into those too. Claude Code is very nice for enterprise level projects. Okay, I need to spend time with Claude Code because enterprise is where the money's at. Just ping me, have time, I'll show. Yeah, it's if I don't message you, I haven't forgotten about you. My parent family gets upset with me too because I forget to message people. I get overwhelmed, but I definitely need to reach out and like pick your brain on short things, and I'll go dive in the rabbit hole. But yeah, because this next class is more writings. It's less work. The last class in the data analysis, data mining was a nightmare. Anyway, back to controllers. So. People are like, talk about controllers. So yeah, when it comes to the C and the T and the M plus, all those different things, and you know what's so funny? Was it Ryu? I know. Now that I've shown you the difference, if you're not having any issue with your T, the white spacing is not an issue to you. you probably need to pick up an M Plus because they're on sale. Where are you? Right there. No, right there. Boom. This is the silver one, but they had the black too. You can probably find the black too because I'm not logged in. But for $80, right? And you're like, well, 80, but what about it? Here is the Haute42 T. I have the Haute42 page open. I do. Where's the T? Right here, T. See, I'm not logged in because I thought it was, if you logged in, I think this is $60. Right? So for 40, this is 13 right there. So $50. $50 for the 16, right? Here is the metal version of the T for $84. So for 50, you spend $30 more, you get the same controller, just metal. You see what I'm getting at? So something to consider. And this is right there. It's silver. I don't know why the black and silver is so off. Or even if you just wait, like you put it in your cart, let it sit. AliExpress always has holiday sales, or they do some sale thing going on. You have all your points and credits. But if you're happy with your T now, I would point you to the M Plus. If the spacing is too wide, I would point you to the C. This right there, boom. The C is like, look, the C is like $20 more, right? And $7 more you're getting, or $10 more you're getting this one. So, but the feel is totally different. That's where you need to understand that none are better than the other. It's layout. The layout is different, and the feeling is tighter or wider, and smaller keycaps, bigger keycaps. And yeah, all right, I'm gonna stop there. Ralph said, yeah, Ralph's cracking out. He knows what I'm talking about. Ralph's like, all right, look, let's chill out. But yeah. So I can't wait. Where'd you go? For this to come in. And like I told everybody else, I made the mistake. I was in a rush and I wanted this blue. And I had the blue. And then for some reason I looked at my order, it was like black. I was like, why is the black? I mean, and I like the black, but I wanted it to be like a sharp contrast from the Gen 1 to the Gen 2. And the blue is such a unique color because I have the gold M Light. I have the silver M Plus. I wanted something unique, right? So I wanted the blue, and I need to check. I sent them a message, but I don't know if it already shipped. But yeah, wait, is the screen bigger too? I think the screen is bigger. That's good, because the biggest screen I have right now is come here. Is the Kailh keys, right? Yeah, Kailh keys. Kailh key screens are big, and I like them. Like it's so clear. You know what's so funny? You really don't care the size of the screen until you do care. No, the Maverick. The Maverick is right in the middle. The Maverick might be the biggest, or they might be the same size. They're probably the same size. But when you like the Maverick, when you turn it on, the whole middle lights up. You're like, oh wow! And with this one too, like when I put that, where's my power? I'll show you what it looks like. Where's it at? Hold on. See, like, give you a better glimpse of what I'm saying. My cord is stuck. Stop getting stuck. So here's the R16. When I plug this in, get in there. It's upside down, so I can't see what I'm doing. Right? So you can see it. It's fine. It's clear. It's all we know, right? When it's all you know, it's like, okay, what's wrong with this, right? But then you plug in the, all right, over here, the Kailh keys. Off. It's noticeably bigger. Oh wow, that's big. Like it's just so clear. It's really clear. So the M Ultra has the extra large screen. Oh, yeah, people are gonna trip out when they see that. Let's see. Arvel, I have a riddle for you. I exit in 3 states. Pre-order. Coming soon. And Schrodinger shipment. What am I? I need a laugh track on here. I have cheering, but I don't have any laugh tracks. I have horns. Oh, I have no laugh tracks. And those that don't know, we are still on the watch and wait for Orville and Merlin to get their order. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where are you? I have so many tabs open. Is it forwards or backwards? There's right here. Boom. All signs point to HA10. Orville's like, send me my stuff. I paid you fresh. I paid you good money. And wait, you got the gold. You got the pro. Ooh, yeah, you got the Pro. Yeah, I'd definitely be pissed. Be pissed. Oh, Ralph Lee, I just looked for M Ultra Gen 2. I hope it's best levers, maybe. I just looked. You're talking about this pad here. I just looked for M Ultra Gen 2. I hope it's the best levers, maybe. What are you playing on now, Ralph? Because I'm about to get off in like 5 minutes. Type in what, and it's also, because of the stream, there's a 20-second delay from when I talk to when you hear it. So I'll give you like a second to hear what I'm saying. But what I need to know is, like I told Ryu, I know, excuse me, there is no best layout, there is no best switch, no best pad, no best brand. They're all unique, right? The question I have for you is, what are you playing on now? Do you feel it's too tight or is just right? Does it, you know, too wide or too tight? All that stuff. And I could tell you what you're going to think about the M Ultra Gen 2. So this is the Gen 1 right here. This is the R. The Gen 2 is a blend of these three controllers. But like, so can y'all see that? Does that show up? Where's my... Slide that up, slide that over. There you go. The M Ultra Gen 2 is a C spacing and keycap size and lighting with an M Ultra base with an R layout with this moved down here. So yeah, I play for Tekken and Street Fighter. Okay, so you're doing like you're playing both. So I would think you're probably like the M Ultra Gen 2 because you'll get your tighter spacing for Street Fighter, and then for Tekken it'll be wide, but it'll be tight but wide enough to enjoy Tekken as well. So the M Ultra Gen 2 for you is probably a good thing, and if it's out of your budget, just get a C. Yeah. It's gonna feel just like the C. The only difference is the pinky. Like, see how the R has a pinky? Because the C and the R are the same family. They're in the C family. The space is exactly the same as the R and the C. Whereas the M Ultra is actually tighter. This is an S. These are slightly tighter spacing than the C, is because the C has these rings around each. See that little light? Where's my plug at? Stop. See how everything's. I can't see. There you go. See how bright that lighting is? There's actually like a plastic ring around each keycap, so that made everything a slightly wider than this controller. And again, I don't care about lights, but a lot of people do, right? So most pads now look like this. You see how you can barely see it? These are glowing, but you can barely see it. It's only on the top. I mean, they're also shadow hunting switches. They are dark, but the point being is, see how dark that is. And again, if you care, this is what a standard red would look like. See, it's bright. It's there, but it's not like blazing bright, right? It kind of glows. Whereas this thing, it shines. So the Gen 2 is going to shine. But that has no effect on my decision for it because I don't really care about lights. A lot of times I'm playing in the dark and I don't really want lights on anyway. I just turn them off. Or I either dim them and turn them off. Or I'll put like a blue, like some neutral, like a really non-flashy color so it doesn't like give me a headache. But let's put this here. Yeah. So on that note, it's 3 o'clock. This has been fun. Wow. We've been talking, and now I got to record a video for school, and I got to finish the editing the X series. Next week is going to be X series week. Look, get on there. So what I mean by that is I'm going to be doing a trilogy next week. And again, I could put them all at the same day. I'm not going to because of YouTube's algorithm. They have to come out separate days because the algorithm is just weird like that. Especially right now, since August, it's been weird. So you're going to see an X Series 101 video coming out next week. 102 and 103. It's going to show you how to swap your modules out, how to install the stick, fully customize the stick, and all that good stuff, right? All that. It's going to show you how to install your Joy-Cons and, you know, fully switch and swap the Joy-Cons. And that way you don't have to read the book if you don't want to. You don't have to go through the instructions if you don't want to. Just watch the video. It's super short and it'll do everything you need to do. So it's going to be, next week's going to be fun. I wish I can get like a screw that was magnetized. That would just like, I could put them in and it'll just hold it. Because I'm going to be unscrewing this thing all next week. I can already tell. But that's what's going to happen. So it's going to be fun. Really fun. I should lock it, but I'm not going to lock it. Because I'm going to be taking it apart and like... Right. So, on that note, I'm gonna get ready to hop off of here, go wrap up this homework, do what I gotta do. I hope everybody has a really good week and a really good weekend. So we'll close out to your weekend. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. We'll be doing our tournament. I guess we'll be playing a tournament on the X series. I suck at joystick, so I might install it, but I might get mad. So I probably won't even install it. We'll see. Because Sunday I'll put it on there, but during the week I might not have it on there. We'll figure it out. But yeah, see you guys on Tuesday, and we're going to be talking a lot. Next Sunday will be a full discussion on the X series and all that good stuff. So I hope you have a good week. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.